It's a kitty cat.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Slightly dead. You can hear the fact that I sound very dead. I just like
That's why it's called Friyay.
Friyay. My voice is fucking shot. It's not even funny.
What's the temperature where you are? It's been scorching here.
It's 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is 4 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. That's just under 29 degrees Celsius.
Okay. So you've had it a bit cooler.
What?
You've had it a bit cooler than me.
Just a little bit.
I think we've had it like 33 today. It was crazy. Put it this way, my laundry dried within an hour. So
Wow.
That was a good thing.
If you hear excess noises, we are dog sitting right now. So.
Oh, my excess noise would be the fan.
I don't.
So
what are you staring at? There's literally nothing there. You guys are staring at nothing. Why? Why do you do this? They're weird. I got the weirdest ad in my mailbox. I got an ad for Viagra.
Oh, I've had one of them before.
I don't know how they decided that
that you need to extend your dick a bit more.
I'm just like, I don't have one of those, so I don't know
yeah,
why.
I get them all the time.
I don't know why I'm getting an
Luckily,
ad.
they're in my junk file.
Oh. Don't you two start. Looking at comments. Hello, comment. Hello, Tori. Hello, Sam.
What's up?
I am full of pie. I wish I had pie, man.
I am full of pie.
Grow a pair? No thanks. That sounds like too much effort, and I'm barely able to stay awake as it is. I'm so fucking tired, man.
Hello.
The depression has been hitting hard. Because I avoided everyone for like a fucking week, and today is the first day that I've showered in too long. And you know it was bad because I didn't even really talk to Hope.
Yeah, I wasn't annoyed.
What?
Yeah, it's like I wasn't annoyed by you every day.
I know, because I was just so fucking depressed all the time. But hey, I watched 3 seasons of Gossip Girl.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is impressive for a week.
Embarrassing.
No, I'm impressed.
I guess, but like, it's a little bit,
but then it's believable because like me and Hope binged Heartstopper like season 1 in like a day. So.
I mean, there's only 8 episodes of Heartstopper. There's about 24 episodes in each season of Gossip Girl.
Over a week. I don't know. It can be believable. I've binged 2 seasons of something before in a week.
I'm trying to think.
The more I watch, the more I just realize that they are recycling the same plots over and over again each season. Like, there's literally no difference between the seasons.
No. Scandals, rich people
But you're not meant to binge it, therefore they can get away with it. But when you binge it, you realize, and then you're like, oh.
Well, if they didn't mean for people to binge it, they shouldn't have put it on HBO like that. They should have just...
True.
I enjoy Blake Lively a lot. I love her.
Serena van der Woodson.
Yep, no difference. I've also
and like, I always love the beginning.
Blair is the reason for all of her fucking problems. If she would just pull her head out of her ass, everything would be fine.
Isn't that like with most people? If they pulled their head out of their asses, they'd be fine.
Yes, but like Blair Waldorf is a special kind of fucking stupid. I don't understand like her motivations for literally anything. She doesn't do anything. Like, she has no purpose other than to like create drama. Like, I don't care about anybody's storylines. The only storyline that I cared about was fuck, what?
Dan?
No, I have lost interest in Dan. They basically just turned him into Nate 2.0. And Nate already doesn't have a fucking personality. Nobody in this show has a personality other than being rich. And being rich is not a personality trait. It's just, it's sad. Because it's like, holy cow. Like, you are the reason that your life is shit, and I don't understand how that can happen because you are quite literally million and billionaires. So how do you fuck up that badly?
Yeah.
And also, I've seen Pretty Little Liars, and this is quite literally. I'm assuming Gossip Girl came out before Pretty Little Liars, because I don't remember when Pretty Little Liars first aired, but Gossip Girl aired back in like 2006. But it's like Gossip Girl is literally A. Like, yeah. I'm not wrong because she is, or he is. I don't know who it is, and it's just so boring. Well, not really boring. Well, actually, it does get kind of boring. I don't know why I watch it, but it's fun, I guess.
It's like fun trash.
Yes.
And sometimes you need to just consume trash sometimes.
You know what? That is very true. And lately I have been needing to consume all of the trash. Because
trash is good for these sort of like times.
A bitch has been depressed. Like, I had a whole I told Katie about this, but I had like a whole panic attack last night that lasted from about midnight to about 3 a.m.
Yikes.
And my dumb ass was listening to sad music like on repeat.
Just like how you messaged the one Discord, and how you remember what you said? Can I say it?
How I entered it's time for sad bitch hours.
Yeah, hey, I'm depressed enough that I just called my ex and left a pathetic voice message.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
At that point, I was reading and I was like, I'm not even going to respond to that because it would just be me going, why?
Why I contacted my ex in a fit of depression, you might ask? I have no fucking idea. I needed to call somebody, and for some reason, he was the first person that popped into my head. But then I gained some sense and then called my cousin, the same cousin that I called when we were doing that one live.
Oh, that was after the live? Where you ended up yelling about... What did you end up yelling about?
The game. How she lost the game.
Yeah.
Everyone else who's watching this, you have now lost the game.
You fucking bitch.
I'm terrible.
I literally think there is footage of that conversation.
I've been winning the game for like years.
The game will never end. We will all die. The game ends when you die.
Actually. I lose it every year because it comes up on my Facebook feed, the game, and I'm like, damn it.
The game will never end.
And
game.
that's me not
fucking
knowing
die.
what the game is.
And when I die, I want my grave to say, "You lost the game," so that anytime someone comes to visit me, they get just as angry at me as they did when I was alive.
They'll just refuse to visit your grave.
Yes, on the gravestone, just have the game.
Yes.
So for everyone that walks by, that's it.
Just torment everybody. Just be like, "Hello, I am creating chaos even after I'm fucking dead." Wait, Hope, do you not know what the game is?
No.
I'm wondering if that's like an age difference thing, because it's like, I feel
The
like
game is just the game. It's a game where if you think about the game, you lose the game. So the whole
Yes.
point is to make everybody else lose the game once you lose the game, so that nobody wins the game. It's a very stupid game, but you know.
I don't even know how it started.
I never forget working for Thorpe Park, and like one of the bride operators like literally just went on the speaker, went, "The game, haha, you will lose," and everybody in the queue went, "What?"
If I was the manager, I would have been like, "Sir, you are fired." You are fired. Going through comments. I got distracted by myself, so the books are something else as well. It's been a while since I read them, and I don't think I ever finished the series. There's a couple series like that I started when I was younger that I just like never finished, and it's like, I don't get it. Oh, there we go.
Boop, boop, boop.
I apologize. I have been out of it, and I know that
I decided that it's no point in me. I'm just going to be typing throughout the whole thing, so I might as well just appear instead of wasting more of my energy of just typing out what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes typing is more energy than just sitting there and then just being like, yeah,
Yeah. Hey y'all, how's everyone doing today? What's everyone reading? I'm dead inside.
That is a myth.
I'm going through my post-depression isolation thing where basically everything turns into a meme in my brain until I finally start getting my shit together, and then the cycle just continues. But I will be reading Unravel Me by Tahira Mafi because the live show for that is tomorrow, and
You have less than 24 hours.
I haven't read anything.
Because it's at noon for us.
I thought it's at 1 our time.
Well, I don't know.
It's 7 p.m. BST, so
If
whatever it
it's
is.
7 p.m. BST, then it would be noon.
Somebody just messaged me when
Did you put the wrong time?
And be like, yo, bitch, get
Somebody
home.
told me it was at 1 p.m. our time. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at it now because if I look at it now,
I'll look at it if I can find it.
I'm gonna
Keyword if I can find it.
I haven't uploaded anything, so.
Yeah, but sometimes scheduled lives don't show up easily.
I am in Covet, chapter 54. Nice. Woman. Yeah, I realized that I fucked up, okay? At least I wasn't drunk this time. What more do you need to message the group chat when you think about doing these things?
No, you put the right time.
I would, but I don't usually have the most rational thought process when I do shit like this. So
you have my actual legit phone number. If you're in,
I thought about calling you, but it was like 3 a.m. your time when I started freaking out, and I was like,
"Well, if it's an emergency, I don't mind being called."
It wasn't an emergency. I was just having a panic attack. It's fine. It happens.
Yeah, Morgan, you can call me. It depends. Am I awake and can I answer? If I'm asleep,
Well, I
I'm
know
not
that for the
answering.
future, so now I don't have
If
to.
I'm awake, I will probably just answer it with, "What the fuck do you want?"
I would
In my
sound very
defense,
sleepy.
I
would answer.
I only called him once. I wanted to call him again, but instead I called my cousin, who is an insomniac. So I called them and I was like, "Hi, can you talk to me? Because I'm like freaking the fuck out." So I proceeded to have the panic attack on the phone, took my meds, and then passed the fuck out. And then had a really weird dream about Skippy peanut butter. Yeah. Aha. I lost the game. Again. I wonder how many hundreds of times I have. I don't know.
More times than you can think.
If you think about the game, you lose the game. Everyone eventually learns about the game. That is true. You know the game. The game will always around. What exactly is the game? The game is the game.
Game is the game.
I have no clue, so I'm with Hope. Still, I'm finishing up the Lightning Struck Heart. Nice. What are you guys reading? My dumbass didn't turn our thingies on.
Well, I'm still listening to Game of Thrones.
I'm
Yeah.
87%.
Nice.
I bumped up the speed again. So
Yeah.
Thought about doing the audiobook for Unravel Me, but also I know myself. Like today, if I try and listen to the audiobook, I'm just gonna fucking fall asleep.
That's fair. I'll be reading Queen of Shadows. Is it on my TBR? No. Is it a 650-page book? Yes.
I feel like you're just
Say,
out of
I don't remember seeing that on your TBR.
Oh, I think I've read more books not on my TBR than I have on my TBR.
Isn't that like every month, Home?
I gave up on having an actual TBR.
I'm trying to see if that number.
I thought that was like a middle finger. Then I'm trying.
No. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from my TBR, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 not from my TBR.
So half
Okay,
and
so
half.
it's a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
That could be.
How many is left on your TBR?
Don't ask for that.
I have a book that's on my TBR that is started. That's an arc, shockingly, and I'm reading it before it comes out. That never happens.
I had to leave one of the ARC websites that I was using because I was just like, I'm just taking books and not even reading them because addictive personalities are fun. I'm sorry, I'm very out of it today.
Oh,
me too.
Same.
And all I can think of is I'm gonna focus on finishing up Game of Thrones because I was gonna read into like 90%, but then my brain is like, well, you haven't really read much of anything the last couple of days, so let's try to finish it. And then by the time I get home, I know depending on whether or not Jordan's on the Xbox, I'm going to be playing Dead by Daylight when I get home. So.
Oh, we have another person joining us.
Oh.
Stephanie.
Oh, hi.
From the Little Woman. Hello.
Hello, friends.
I saw your thumbnail in the book's Discord about how you interviewed Christina Lauren, and I am so fucking jealous. I love that.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, honestly, my brain was like, I must meet this person. And now
Just wait.
We're all here.
There are more cool interviews coming.
I'm excited.
BRB gonna go subscribe to your channel if I'm not already, because I can't remember if I am or not.
I'm so excited.
Everybody should be, because there's some real fun stuff there and coming.
All of the exciting things.
More fun things coming.
Yes, I am subscribed.
If you hear excess noise, I am on the main floor because I need to not be in my room. So there is dogs and other humans.
Well, that's no fun.
Well, I'm at work. We'll get the phone calls popping in, and then me just yelling no. So
I'm
Yep.
working from home today, so doing nothing basically.
Working.
Working on videos for YouTube.
That worked. That works.
this might as well be my home at this point.
I've been trying to get basically everybody I know, I've been trying to get them to read the Beautiful Bastards series by Christina Lauren because it's my favorite adult romance series. I love it. I am obsessed. So
I haven't read that one yet, but I've read 5 or 6, 7, a lot of their other ones.
I highly recommend the Beautiful Bastard series. It's very office rom-com with all of the smut.
Mm.
So,
when I was talking about Something Wilder, they were like, we just knew we didn't want to do another office book.
I haven't read that one yet. I'm behind. And then they have the whole. I love Christina Lauren. Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. They are the nicest people on earth too.
Oh, that's good.
It's
good.
They had just done a massive sign. They had the biggest signing line at the time.
That doesn't surprise.
Oh yeah, it was them and Allie Hazelwood. And then I felt really bad I don't even remember who the other person was. But there was another author in their little line. And it's everybody's Christina Lauren and then skipping her and going to Allie Hazelwood at the end. And I kind of
felt
but yeah, it's they had just come out of this line and immediately came over and were super nice. They thought because I DM'd them to get the interview and was like, hey, you want to talk about books and BTS? And they thought I was just using BTS to, get to them. But then when I actually started with BTS questions, they told me after that they really appreciated it. And then we just spent another 10, 15 minutes talking about BTS and fandom off camera.
I'm jealous because I've only ever interviewed one author. And it's the greatest thing I've ever done. So I'm not upset. I'm just so jealous because I've only met in person. I've only met a couple of authors. I met Laini Taylor a couple years ago, or back in 2018, so 4 years ago, or was it 2016?
Many years ago.
Many years ago, I met Laini Taylor and got Daughter of Smoke and Bone signed. I met Julie Kagawa. I'm not sure how you pronounce their last name. Because my cousin, we were at a book convention because I live in Colorado. And so I guess occasionally there are book festivals here where various authors go. So I went there. I met Casey West at that signing, and Jason Reynolds was the keynote speaker. So that was pretty cool. And then before that, I met Casey West, J.R. Johansson, and Renee Collins. Oh, I also met Emily X.R. Pan.
Ooh.
She was pretty cool.
I've met many authors. These two shelves behind me are almost... Well, these are all signed books except for the very bottom where I have my kids' books. But most of them I've met in person.
I've never met a single author.
I met
festivals and conventions. They're my happy place.
I've met a country singer. I haven't met an author, only because my mother-in-law is related by marriage to Michael Ray, the country singer. So I've seen him perform a couple of times and met him through her.
Family reunion. Oh wait, hold on! Holy cow! I am behind. I thought I was doing well, immediately reading some of that massive haul from last week. Listen, are you high? Because that sentence made absolutely no sense.
She thought she was doing well by reading some books that she hauled from a massive haul last week. It's like she bought a bunch of books and has read a bunch of them.
Sure, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
I have 3 hours and 13 minutes left on Ella, the Slayer Serenity House, book 1 by A.W. Exley. Is that a Buffy-related book? Whenever I see the word Slayer, my mind automatically goes Buffy. I subscribed, and I love that interview with Christina Lauren.
Yay, appreciated.
I have the book. It just needs to be picked for my TBR. You don't have to do. Hope doesn't read anything that's on her TBR. Like 90% of the time, you don't really read anything from your TBR until the last week of the month when you're freaking out because you don't want to punish yourself via your game, and so you have to binge read everything at the beginning of
this month. There's no TBR game, so there's no punishment.
I mean, yeah. Now are we talking more smut than the Spanish Love Deception? I didn't read the Spanish Love Deception.
I'm just gonna say yes from what I've heard.
Christina Lauren's smut in the Beautiful Bastard series, it's like smut every chapter.
So yes.
Yes.
There's like one
oh yeah.
smut
Is that part of one of the books that I have to read from? No, it's not. Answer my own question.
I love watching all y'all's videos. I literally watch as soon as I get the notifications. Inked. I honestly didn't know it was 2 women. I thought it was just one person. I thought it was one person for the longest time. I don't remember how I figured out that Christina Lauren was actually 2
I didn't realize it was 2 different people until when was it? I think it was after I read one of their books. It was one of the season-a-thon group books was autobiography by them.
Oh yeah, so like one young adult book.
Well, yeah, the one young adult book
that they have ever written.
I think it was fall into reading 2020, I think. And I watched that interview and I was like, oh, it's 2 different people. Didn't know that.
I will always regret how I learned about Christina Lauren because I got one of their arcs at BookCon or Book Expo, BookCon, one of the 2, my first year, and I did not know who they were, and I gave it to one of my friends. And then like he's like, oh yeah, I love Christina Lauren. And then I found out how much I love them, and now I'm like, I wish I did not give that arc because it was twice in a blue moon, and I was just like, I regret my life.
Just go to that friend's house and be like, I'm gonna take this back.
I mean, when I got the interview confirmed, I messaged her and was like, hey, so do you still have that book? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna meet them. And she's like, that's cool. It's like, well, that did not
get the hint and give me back the book.
Give me the book. I want to get it signed.
I'll be able to start traveling soon, so eventually I will be able to go to like Book Expo and like BookCon and all that stuff.
If they bring them back, they need to bring them back.
All the book things.
Unretire them.
All of it. Like, please give us book nerds something to do, except because
I mean, Y'all Fest is back this fall, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
To
I won't be able to start traveling until next year, because it's just timing and everything, and I also am working on getting service dog trained and certified so that the dog would be able to come with me places, and that is a whole different thing in and of itself, because yeah. I'm reading the Reformed Vampire Support Group. I am a third in. I did not know that was a book. It sounds good, just by the title. I don't know. I like the title. I like vampires. I'm a sucker for vampires. I've only met Colleen Hawk?
No idea.
Wow.
This is about as good as mine.
Jennifer L. Armentrout, jealous. Amy Christine Parker, Vivi Barnes, and Kristen Simmons. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who those last 3 are. It is a Clint. Hello, Clint. Clint. I've met several authors like Adriana Mather, James Bird, Kristen White, Dana Petterfrod.
Peter Freud?
In person and several for season-a-thon. Nice. Christina Lauren is amazing. They were so nice when we interviewed them. Where the fuck was I when you guys were interviewing Christina Lauren?
Fall 2020? Not on YouTube?
Ah, yes. I've only gone to the OKTBC. I'm sorry, I'm like tired. I'm like, con here in Oklahoma, so I want to go to Y'all West or BookCon one day. I remember back in like when I first joined BookTube back in 2014. I've been around for a while when like BookCon and like Y'all Fest were like just starting out as things. It was insane how many people were like there. The hauls that people did were massive. The vlogs were all over the place, and it was crazy. Like, there's just so many people. It's like, what?
Yeah, my second year at Book Expo / BookCon, I came home with 163 books.
And did you buy all of those?
No, that's the perk of Expo, was like, since it's industry focused, they were giving a lot of ARCs away.
The way that my brain is just trying to figure out that, I logically would not be able to cross the border with all of those, because it would be like, you're bringing too many books.
Ma'am, when did you decide to bring a tree with you?
Literally, I have this thing of like, if I ever go to someplace, I'm probably gonna have to ship them back to my house, not bring them with me. Pay for the shipping, because I'd probably be paying the same amount to take a suitcase with me on a like to check another bag.
And what was so great about Book Expo was they had they knew everybody was going to be getting buku amounts of books, so they had an area where you could pay $40 and you'd have a box and you could just go back and forth and fill your box, and then they'd ship it out. So it ended up costing about $300 to ship all of the books back, but I didn't have to carry them either. So it was great.
Yeah, because I would be going through an entire day of flying.
If I went to a convention like that and I came home with 160 books, my father would kill me.
I called it being Book Santa, and I would like I shipped them to my boyfriend's house because I was going to Europe after that trip. And so by the time I got back, like, he met me at the airport in a tux, for one. And like, we lived 9 hours apart. So he drove 9 hours to pick me up from the airport in a tux, and then carried all these boxes of books up to my 3rd floor apartment in a tux, and then just let me sit there for 2 hours going through them and sorting them and be like, who would like this one?
Book Santa.
I was like, he's a winner.
Annie, what are you doing?
What's the dog doing?
She's just staring into the void, and I'm like, is it a bug, a dust, a ghost?
Just an existential life crisis?
Or is she just lacking brain cells at the moment?
I'm still surprised that Harry understood me this morning when I told him to eat his food before Bravo ate it all, and he actually.
I mean, you talk to him, and like, animals can like understand humans. I guess so.
I know Bravo knows no, because I yelled no at him all the time.
Well, that's because
food all
he's
the
a
time.
chaos demon.
Oh, Sam, can you teach my cats to listen to no? Because, like, they don't.
Tell it enough, and it'll be fine.
Katie had to head off, unfortunately.
Yeah, because it is like 10 p.m. for her. So
yeah, it's late, and her quiet hours start at 11. So we've been talking. We'll get to the first sprint soon. I'm just like very excited. I love vampires too. This book was recommended on the Worst Bestsellers podcast. I like it so far, but I just want to be finished because I want to get to the next book. That's fair. I'm peeling a whole bag of potatoes because they are trying to go off, so I need to put them in the fridge. Oh, okay. Enjoy your potato peeling.
You know, that just reminded me, you know, you played too much Plants vs. Zombies when you first hear a potato going off is the potato landmine that you can plant in Plants vs. Zombies.
I haven't played that game in
thing.
so long. In so fucking long.
I was playing that earlier today. I have it on my Chromebook.
We interviewed Adriana Mather, Kristen Simmons, Christina Lawrence, still super fucking jealous about, Sophie Gonzalez, Caleb Rohrig? I don't know. Jessica Brody, Emily Wimberly, Austin Sigmund Broca.
What a name.
That is a very long name. Jeff Zentner, Janella Angelus, Amanda Foodie, and then next month, Aiden Thomas.
Clint, how did you forget TJ Klune on that list?
He's gonna be hitting himself.
I'm seriously jealous about you getting to interview Aiden Thomas. I'm like, can Melody accidentally send me the link?
Oh, speaking of accidentally sent links, the fact that Melody asked me to be part of her mid-month sprints, and I'm like, you want me, my chaotic ass on your channel that is very well put together? You want my chaotic energy? Like, okay.
Chaotic energy is the best. Like, that is the interview that I'm really excited about coming up here. That'll be posting in the next couple weeks. I haven't decided when I'm posting it, so I haven't decided when. But this author was equally as quirky and weird as me, and I was dressed as Sylvie from Loki.
I'm gonna guess that my first instinct is to say that the author was like Casey McQuiston, but also I'm not 100% sure.
I know.
If you watch my August TBR video, there's kind of a hint in that where I'm like, I'm not saying why, but
now I have to go rewatch that.
I was like, I'm wondering if anybody's gonna pick up on that.
I forgot TJ Klune. It's been a long week. That I feel that.
Big mood.
Yeah.
Hi guys, and then Morgan, we love chaos. LOL. We do love chaos here.
Oh wait, the children are doing it this way now.
What?
This heart means you're old now. It's this heart now.
What?
What?
I was told I was old at work when I did that, so then.
No, you do it. Okay. It's not all young people, because I don't even, my fingers, I don't even think work to do that other heart thing.
You're not that much younger than me, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I'm saying, I'm like, it's not all people.
I was told I was old, because I was like, and they're like, you're clearly over 30. I was like,
I do that and I'm 18.
Hope is only like 19.
18.
So young.
Oh, you're 18, not 19. Child.
I'm so old.
We've established this.
I can't believe it.
We have a literal countdown to my birthday, just so you know. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm turning 22 in a couple of months, so.
Oh, the baby children.
I'm turning 28.
I just turned 23. Or 23, I wish. 33.
Shh, we didn't hear the second number.
It's fine.
We didn't hear actually.
I'm still part of the 20s, right?
Yeah.
As my mom would say, like for a while when she was turning like 52, at one point she was saying, I'm turning 25, it's fine. Just flip the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Just flip the numbers.
Doesn't really work well when it's the same number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would still be turning 22 no matter what way you flip it around. But oh wow.
If you were to flip mine around, I would be 81.
Okay, now you're old.
Again, you're the old one.
Team Chaos, agreed. Yes, I'm Team Chaos. I guess I'm old then. Am I the oldest here again? I don't know. I don't. Alicia, have you ever told us how old you are?
She says it in the last comment. She's 38.
She hasn't told us how old she is.
Oh dear Lord, I just had a realization. Alicia's old enough to be my mom.
I
That's
mean,
the people I'm friends with that are old enough to be
so am I.
Well, yeah.
If Alicia was a teen mom, she's old enough to be my mother.
Yeah, same. If I really, I'm kind of afraid to do the math on that for me. Oh, can't do math now because I have somebody coming in here.
I guess I'm old too. I'm almost 35. Nikki says I'm 32.
These are my people. They're
just
my people.
turned 32.
I feel better now.
Oh my gosh, I'm the oldest here. I'm 38. And then there's just Hope and I. It's like, hi. Late teens, early 20s here.
Yeah, no, Morgan, that's how I got the title of Season-a-thon's little sister, because in all the group chats I was in with everybody, I was literally like younger than everybody by like a decade.
I wonder if I'm gonna get a nickname. Who knows?
Yeah, you would be my like little sister, Hope, because if I had you at this age, it like would have been like 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, no.
So no.
We're not gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm saying Alicia would be old enough to be my mom, because she would have been like 20.
Yeah.
19,
continue
20.
as a sister, and we'll leave it at that. That way I have another person digging up on my big sister with. So
that's why y'all are our younger sisters. Holy shit, tongue twister. My sister is 18, so the term works perfectly for you, Hope. I got married at 21. Nice.
I beat you, Alicia. I got married at 18.
My mom beat you. She was 17.
But she's not here. That's the thing.
Starts yelling, "Mom, get in here!"
I don't know how old my parents were when they got married.
Oh, I don't know how old my parents were when. I can't remember how old my parents were when they got married. I just know that she was 17 with her first marriage. Don't know how old she was for her second marriage. And I think she was 34, 35? Math isn't working.
Math is hard. That's why we read books.
Yeah, we don't have to do nearly as much.
35.
Like,
and my dad was 40. Yeah.
Like, there's a reason I'm an English major, because I've only had to take one math class my entire college career so far.
As a journalist, same.
Yeah.
And I barely got through it.
Yeah. So we'll do our first sprint in like 5 minutes. We've been talking for almost 45 minutes, but it's fine.
Oops.
I just got married, LOL. I'm nervously getting married in November. I do math all day at work. That sucks. I hope you get paid well. And we're so happy you did, Clint. Yes, we are. Congratulations that you are married. Sam is like, oh, I got married at 18. Me, I am still very much single at the moment. And
I told my boyfriend he's got to hurry it up.
I know that I'm not in a rush because I'm like, my dad got married at 40.
It is 2022, so you could always ask your boyfriend. I
mean, I did at one point get a ring just to mess with him, and he like freaked out. But that was also 2.5-ish years ago, at least.
Gotta do it again.
Do it again.
I might have to dig it out and be like, so. We'll see how it does, because at my birthday dinner, he was like, oh, it's going to be the best year ever. And I was like, or he's like, you're going to have such a great year. It's going to be the best year ever for you. I was like, yeah, you know why? because we're gonna be married by this time next year. And he was just like,
he's like, we're doing what now?
You asked for 2 years of dating. It is now 3.5. I have been patient.
You can tell him that you can always be engaged for a year. Because that's how
Well, he
me
thought
and
it was
Jordan
going to
are.
be just wake up and be like, let's go get married today. I'm like,
No, because the one thing that when we got engaged, I think we were engaged a little bit after I turned 17 or 16. I can't quite remember now, but I know it was my full senior year of high school. We went just being engaged because my mom's like, just wait until you're out of high school before you decide to actually get married. Like, well,
Just
yeah.
in case.
You did the smart thing, and then there was my mom that dropped out of school.
Yeah,
So couldn't do that.
The day after we got married, we moved to Florida from Tennessee.
You're just like, we're hitched, we're going.
Yeah. The only time I was ever quote unquote engaged was to a weird psychopathic person. I totally thought that they were kidding because we had only been talking for a couple of days, and turns out he was dead serious. And I'm like, hello, I'm 16. What the fuck? But then then I ended things, and he called me pretending that he was like Satan. And
well, it's like, of course, my parents were hesitant to even like be okay with it, but it wasn't. And I think it was until I had my back surgery right after graduation to correct my scoliosis. Jordan spent the entire week in the hospital sleeping on the floor and helping me like recover from the surgery. So he was up doing everything. So my parents were like, okay, so he's actually serious about wanting to marry her.
He's actually serious. And that is the only thing that Jordan has ever been serious about in his entire fucking life.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've met Jordan, Stephanie.
No, I have not.
I think did he already leave the office?
Yeah, he came around like right after my lunch. So.
Well, if I'm still
call
streaming,
him and tell him to come back.
If he's not going to drive 35 minutes just to come back to the office and then drive back. He would yell at me for wasting.
But I need you to meet a stranger on the internet.
If I'm probably going to be because I stream up until Kim's sprints start. So Sam, you'll have to like hop back on, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, to show us Jordan.
The shirtless Hagrid?
Yep.
As everybody tends to call him, is the shirtless Hagrid.
And Katie started that. I didn't.
I will say I did not know Jordan's
Rosie
name
actually started
for like a month because he just kept on being referred to as Hagrid, and I was like, I don't know his actual name until like a month later.
Because I think I was on sprints with, it might have been with like Kim and Ashley on my channel one time, but Rosie was in the comments and she's like, Sam, you have Hagrid as your husband. I'm like,
that sounds like something you would say. I do. It sucks, but it passes the time. I have a shirt that says, I'm an English major, you do the math.
I need that.
I do too. Math is annoying. True. Who is DMing me on Twitter?
It's a Kim.
It is Kim. Did I send the? Yeah. Okay.
I need to plan these posts.
I'm really distracted.
Kim is sending tarot cards in the chat. Yes. Then we have, I was only engaged for 5 months and we did a courthouse wedding. I don't remember how long my parents were engaged for before they got married. I don't think it was very long. I moved to Florida after I got married too, from Maryland.
Yeah, we didn't have a courthouse wedding. It was just like a step up from that. We did get married in a church, but it was mostly with like my immediate side of my family and then his dad. The rest of his family was down here in Florida, and we had all the intents and purposes of doing a vow renewal and having an actual wedding. And now here we are, almost 10 years later, and still have not done that.
Do it for your 15. Gives you time.
Yeah, you guys have plenty of time.
We're kind of both at like the point's like, we don't really care now. We would do it more for his mom because when we got married at the time, I wanted my grandfather to see me get married. Like a year or two after we got married, he passed away. So.
Well, I'm glad that he was able to, be there and see. Yeah. That's super like good. I got engaged after 6 months, after dating for 6 months, but a little over a year of engagement, we got married. Nice. It took me and Travis 5 years of dating to get engaged, and then Kim just saying, hey, Steph!
Hi, Kim!
It's a Kim! And Kim, if you're here and you want to, you have the link to hop on the live.
She says she's going to the gym. I don't think she wants to be all sweaty and out of breath on camera.
You have to go to the gym?
Just skip the gym.
Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. Skip the gym. We are terrible influences.
I have pie. Do you want pie? I got pie.
Ooh.
I'll take the pie.
Calling all Dean Winchester.
Okay. We're actually going to sprint in like a minute. I am so sorry that it is.
Morgan, at least this is better than our 10-hour sprints where we read for maybe 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. I cannot. I'm doing a challenge. Well, then hop on after you get back. I don't know how long you're going to be at the gym. I was engaged for 1.5 years, and then I don't know what the fuck happened. He just stopped returning my phone calls and blocked me on Facebook. What?
Well, Jordan was very determined to keep me because when we first met, we met online through a music website. While he lived here and I lived in Tennessee, and we talked through that music website for a few months. Upgraded to Yahoo Messenger and AIM Messenger, things like that. Then video chatting, then calling on the phone, and then he flew up to Tennessee to actually visit for the first time, maybe a few months after all that. He's very determined when he wants to be.
That does not surprise me in the slightest. She would be 15 pages from a bonus prompt. We have somebody in the... Oh, we have a Clint. Hello.
Oh!
We just have people on people today. Probably an hour or so. If you want to hop on after you get back from the gym.
There's space for one more person.
There is still space. So.
Hi.
Okay. Hello. Okay, so we're actually going to hop into the first sprint now because we've been talking for almost an entire hour. So you can't see the cat, but that's fine. Oh, never mind. Yes, you can. Why are you vibrating so much? So I'll see you guys in, actually, I think I need to adjust the break times.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
15 and then 15.
15 seconds.
That would maybe be enough for me to go, ha! And then that's it. That's
and break.
How'd everybody do? Never mind, next sprint.
Minutes.
1 page.
Moving forward.
Moving forward. Now, whenever somebody says keep moving forward, all I can think about is
Meet the Robinsons.
and that dumb little dinosaur who just goes, we got a big head and little arms. I don't know how well his plan will come through.
Master.
Master.
Oh yeah, I gotta do my time card if I want to get paid.
Yeah, you definitely
important.
want to get paid.
Please do that.
Yeah.
You might want to do that.
My power bill is $123, so yeah, I need that money.
Okay, so we're just gonna quickly recap what everybody's reading before we start reading. I'm reading Unravel Me. Hope, what are you reading?
I'm reading Queen of Shadows. Finally. Ow! I just
Yay!
I just hit
Finally!
myself with the book. I was gonna say I'm finally continuing the series. As I hit myself.
Yay!
Ow.
Sam is doing Game of Thrones. I know that.
Yep.
And then Stephanie, what are you reading?
Oh, good
Verity.
book.
Verity.
That's on my TBR. Will I get to it? Who knows?
I know. I put it on my TBR this month. I was like, we'll see how this goes.
I've only read one book by Colleen Hoover. Oh, okay, one and a
This is my
half books
first
by
Colleen
Colleen Hoover because I got like halfway through All Your Perfects before I just fucking lost it. And I
That's
was
the
like,
only book by Colleen Hoover I've read is Verity, and I read that last month.
Where have we been? I thought we were cool people.
Hello,
Find some
hello.
hype.
I'm cool, people. I've read like 5, 6. I've lost track of how many of her books.
I don't even know.
I haven't read any of them.
I only read Verity because it was the only one that actually sounded like a me book to start with.
And that's totally valid. My issue, like, is that I'm a very emotional person.
Nah.
Prefaced by the fact that I was up until like 2:30 a.m. having a panic attack.
Yeah,
It's fine. I'm good. So I was reading All Your Perfects, and that killed me. And then
I was told there's there's 3 Colleen Hoovers I was told specifically not to pick up by friends of mine who know my triggers. They're like,
Yeah.
please don't, please don't, please don't.
And then reading, I read all of It Ends With Us, and that killed me on the inside. It was emotional.
But I'm reading The Honeys by Ryan De La Sala. I have to have my review up on Tuesday, so I'm like 3 pages in.
Alicia is reading Covet of
I've been
Blood.
there, Clint. I've been there.
Sea of Monsters. I'm switching between Sea of Monsters and Ignite Me. Yes. Lucinda, I hope that you watched the Lightning Thief live show because it was kind of awkward because Hope and I were just talking to
It
each
was
other.
chaos.
Nobody else was there, so we were just talking to ourselves.
Reese was there for most of it.
Yeah, Reese was there. Sea of Monsters and Verity made me go on a tirade when I read it. Awesome. Okay, so we are now going to start.
Just having a picture of Twice in a Blue Moon. I don't know if she heard my rant about how I gave that to a friend before I knew who Christina Lauren was, but I thought that was really freaking funny. Like just rubbing it in. She's just taunting me. I love you, Kim.
I hope she's still here.
I hope she is too. If not, oops,
maybe she's.
Then I'm just.
Where did Clint go?
No idea.
Clint.
Okay, we'll just jump into the sprint.
There he is.
Oh, there, never mind.
Okay, so
he yeeted himself off. It's okay.
What?
He yeeted himself off. It's okay.
Like,
bye. The internet. I was like, what's going on? Why is everyone frozen? Oh, shit.
That happens sometimes.
Okay, starting the first sprint.
Now.
Finally.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
Howdy.
Oh, I made it. So I decided not to read the ebook. So I'm listening to the audiobook, and I have about 5.5 hours left on 2 times speed.
I read 16 pages, ordered food, and then had the food arrive. So I'm eating now.
I'm at 89% with 3 hours and 57 minutes left.
Nice.
I read 17 pages of I have no idea what the hell I just read.
I read
What?
42 pages. Also still kind of in the what on earth.
See,
So
at least your what on the earth is creepy and
Yes.
weird, and like this what on earth is sister went batshit insane, tried to kill everybody, and now she's dead, so what the fuck's going on?
I mean, mood, honestly.
But I'm just like, what? And they keep doing flashbacks, and I'm like, but she's such a nice girl. What the hell?
Yeah,
I'm
so
so
far I'm enjoying
confused.
Unravel Me much more than I'm enjoying Shatter Me because Kenji.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't really care about Juliet, but I like Kenji a lot.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly my thoughts on it.
so
I will say, if you've read the Shatter Me series and you don't like Kenji, we cannot be friends.
I like it. I think he's funny.
I know, I'm just saying that to anybody watching.
I would match Kenji's energy and nothing would get done. Starting Akamath, that is my second favorite
Yes.
series. Silver Flames is the best.
I need all of her thoughts. I need all your thoughts, Nikki. I need all your thoughts.
Yes, but yeah, Court of Silver Flames is the best book in that series.
I've been trying not to spoil things for Nikki, so I still need to read Silver Flames, but I haven't decided yet if it's this month or next month that I'm rereading ACOTAR, so that I can reread all of them, because I just finished Throne of Glass last week.
Not me wanting to reread ACOTAR
The whole
for the
series.
second time this year.
I haven't read it yet. I just got it though.
I will state
I am
the
so
second book
excited.
is still one of my all-time favorite books.
Let me know when you start it, Steph, and I will gladly do a buddy read with you. Because
Maybe we'll do that in September. We'll
I
see
will
what
take-
the TBR games.
I will take any excuse to reread the ACOTAR series. Any
I mean, I'm
any
sure
reason.
it'll work for Season-a-thon Academy, just saying.
Well,
Yeah, well, there is the one mood read prompt.
Well, there's that, and then it would also work for a book set in a different country other than your own. Because I tweak those. I tweak those because fantasy worlds count.
Also,
Fantasy worlds
They
count.
do.
also, if you want to be specific, like the actor world, like Prithian is like like if you look at a map of like the UK,
Mhm.
the map of Prithian, it's the same thing basically. So you
Yep.
might as well say like, hey, stretching it.
stretch.
Hey, it's my readathon. I say stretch it. If you can make it work, make it work. Have fun.
I haven't watched. No, I'll join the next one. You better, because it's really awkward for Hope and I to just talk to ourselves. Trin Screaming Clint. Happy reading. Jumping in a little late. You are not late. That was our first sprint, even though I forgot to put up the banner. I am forgetful. Got 10 pages. Nice. Didn't get much reading done. That sprint. Half a chapter down. 3 hours and 2 minutes remaining. Nice.
Wait, what?
Tori's listening to an audiobook.
Oh no, I read the last comment.
I will look at that. I got a few chapters of Eddie in between. Red hopping off for dinner. Enjoy. I like Kenji, but I won't finish the series. Fair enough. I read a chapter of Sea of Monsters and still making dinner. I'm just a bit, just being a bit disorganized, so that's fair. I want to reread ACOTAR soon too. I love ACOTAR. And I could talk about ACOTAR for forever.
Well, guess I'm not announcing something.
Clint, I will say I messaged you on Wednesday about that.
But I didn't understand. You said that you were doing another readathon in September. I didn't know it was one inspired by that.
Watching YouTube vids, Ashley's Scooby-thon announcement, and some of Katie's vlog.
I need to watch Ashley's announcement.
I didn't realize that had been announced. I haven't looked at my YouTube subscription.
I think she uploaded it today. So
I was going to announce in September for October a Scooby-Doo-a-thon.
Well,
yeah.
October is my birthday month. Holy shit, my birthday's in like 2 months. That's insane. That's a little crazy.
Remind me, because mine comes before yours.
Yeah, yours happens on the 6th. 9th? 6th. Something happens on the 9th. I don't remember. I'm so team Az from the ACOTAR series. Listen, I love Asriel.
Asriel is life. Hold on.
You're not going to be saying that after you read Court of Silver Flames. Court of Silver Flames put me on Team Cassian until I die.
I will always be Team Asriel. I don't care. I will always be Team Asriel.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry.
Where's my popcorn?
Steph, you are in for a wild ride when you start the series.
Listen.
And I am excited to hear every single one of your thoughts.
I am Team Asriel for life.
Listen, I don't hate Asriel. I love Asriel, but there's just something about Cassian. He can match my
Sterling has energy. Cassian. I'm not allowed to have Cassian. He has Cassian. I have Asriel. Just like Cassian? He has Rune, while I have Therian. It's fine.
I don't know who those last two
Crescent
were.
City.
Yeah.
I'll take my little mermaid boy while he has his fairy boy.
I'm still a soft dog hunter.
No.
I can't.
I am honestly just team any male character that is good that Sarah J. Maas writes.
I mean, so Indian ACOTAR and in Crescent City, because Throne of Glass, some of those men are questionable.
That's why I said all the good ones.
All men are questionable. It doesn't matter where they're from. All men are questionable.
True.
As a gay man, I approve that message. All men are questionable.
And that includes you, because you are a man.
Oh no, I am questionable. Listen, I have my own red flags.
I read Silver Flames the day it released. I read Silver Flames in a day.
Listen,
and that book is huge.
Listen, I drove in a snowstorm to go get Silver Flames because my copy was canceled for some reason.
Yikes.
Day it came out, and I still haven't read it.
I still remember the day that it arrived in the mail for me because it was like a week after publishing.
He has a signed copy.
Yeah, I have a signed copy. But I literally was like sitting there. I was like, okay, it's going to arrive today. Should I call out of work just to be like an hour later? As the book arrives, getting a text from work being like, because of the snowstorm, we're not going to need you to come in. And I was like, I know what I'm doing all day.
See,
and then I got called off the work the next day too.
When my copy of Crescent City came in, when we were evacuating for all the fires we had at the beginning of the year, my Crescent City books were the books that I grabbed to save, while my other books were like, bye.
Oh, if I had only grabbed one book, it probably would be my signed Silver Flames.
Oh no, I'm
Are you
sorry.
even a book nerd if you don't already have a list in your head of what books you'd grab in a fire?
So
I-
I actually did.
My
I-
original Harry Potter set was ones I grabbed pretty much like my entire first top of like my bookshelf that actually has a full like fully with books. All of those came with me. And then started packing up yarn, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to grab clothes. I need those too. So
My mom is
So,
literally debating getting, because we currently don't have any like house insurance. She's debating getting house insurance just because of all my books.
yeah.
I feel like
This
you should
this
Oh
have
my
bookshelf
God.
behind,
regardless.
Hold on. We have
literally
apartment
this shelf,
insurance.
these shelves here are worth probably about everything else in the house, including like game systems, TVs, all that.
I mean, I'm not in
I'm
like.
required to have house insurance because of our mortgage. So and
I mean-
we rent.
Well, a couple of months ago, we
So.
there was like a fire, like kind of across the highway from my house, and me being me, I went into panic mode and started what I call panic packing, and I filled up. I grabbed so much stuff because I am a sentimental person,
Mhm.
and
Well, you and
amount of
Hope
books that I
got
do.
to experience. Well, no, it wasn't you and Hope. It was Hope. It wasn't you and Katie
Me and
got to experience
Katie,
me packing my stuff up after a book club live.
it was after House of Earth and Blood, I think. The
I
live
think
show
so
for
because
that.
we were just watching Whose Line Is It Anyways clips for a good like hour afterwards.
I don't know what's
While playing with, was that while we were playing with the fortune teller thing on the Discord
Yeah,
too?
we're making it insult each other and compliment each other.
The way that the last 45 minutes of the House of Earth and Blood live on my channel is literally us laughing at stuff the people watching could not see.
Yeah.
Let me know when we're reading ACOTAR. I need a reread.
Okay,
I
so
will-
this is a thing I'm gonna have to do now. Okay.
It's now a thing.
It's now a thing.
No, hold on.
I don't-
Are we starting it next month?
I don't care when we start.
I don't
literally just say we are reading ACOTAR this month, and then I will just read them. I will probably read them all at once, and then I will probably read them again because I have absolutely no chill, none,
With
zero,
See,
zilch.
with finishing Crescent City Book 2, I know I really need to read Silver Flames, but I wanted to finish Throne of
I need to
Glass.
finish.
I wanted to finish Throne of Glass, and now that I'm done with that, I need to
finish Throne of
reread
Glass
ACOTAR.
before I
need
start
to
reading
finish Glass.
Crescent City. And it's annoying because I have both of the Crescent City books and they've been staring at me for like
Oh, they tie. Oh, they tie. They tie. They tie.
You don't have to, but I've kind of bullied Morgan into reading
yeah.
the Throne of Glass books. I've been like, if you don't,
To be honest, Hope bullying me is what got me back onto YouTube.
true.
Because she
Yes.
bullied me into watching Heartstopper and reading Heartstopper.
I was gonna say I didn't bully you. I bullied you.
You fucking bullied me.
Heartstopper is
I thought that was you bullying her or convincing her to follow the Heartstopper Instagram account.
That was part
That's
of
what
it.
I was thinking.
But Hope and Katie were very persuasive, and they were like, you need to do it.
Literally.
I'm just like sitting
One
on
of
the line. I'm like, I haven't watched anything of Heartstopper.
Literally one of my first messages to Morgan was like, "Oh yeah, I know we were joking about doing the like watch along, but if you want to, I'd be willing." And like, now we're here.
Listen, Heartstopper is life. I will die on this
I mean,
bridge.
I think I read all of them, but the last volume is just I don't watch a whole lot of TV, and when I do, I rewatch stuff a lot.
Okay, well, you've at least read the graphic novels, which is fine. I'm gonna pause this really quick so I can get through the rest of the comments. I'm still trying to read my first Sarah J. Maas book. Yes.
Yeah,
I want to finish Throne of Glass and reread ACOTAR, but Throne of Glass is scary.
Throne of Glass is a little scary, but it's so fucking worth it. That last book destroyed me. It's so
that's why I'm scared.
I'm not emotionally ready for
because I'm not emotionally prepared for anything.
I am Team Manon here forever. I don't care. No other Sarah J. Maas character stands as high as Manon.
I still remember when I first read Air of Fire back in 2020. I was like, oh, I hate her. And now I'm like, just...
Oh, I hated her at first. Now she's
you guys are talking about.
Now she's queen.
Third book.
Yeah, I think I was only just introduced to her wherever I stopped. Honestly, I don't even know where I stopped.
Did you restart last
Air of Fire?
Oh, no.
No? Okay. So I guess we're going to have to do a whole Sarah J. Maas read-along.
I know. I've, seen her in person. I walked by her once, but I haven't...
Why was my first instinct to ask if you knew what she smelled like? Because you...
I wasn't
that was actually my first thought, too.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only weird one. Good to know that I was the only one thinking, I wonder what she smelled like.
She was at a table, and there was 3 tables before the guardrail, and I was like, oh. Or the girl I was with was she is. I was like, oh, I know that name.
So I guess as well as the Riordan along, we're gonna do a Sarah J. Maas read along at some point.
Oh, jeez. Y'all are gonna kill me.
Y'all have fun with that. I'm gonna stick with my Clune along.
Oh, I would have 3 different things.
Not
co-work is late night bookworming.
Yeah.
Not to mention the other book clubs that you're in.
Yeah.
And
so many book clubs.
I set myself up for everything and then drown in it, but then have fun.
Well, I had to tell Mel that I had to back out of her book club because it's just too much.
Wait, Mel has a book club?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Oh, Lord.
Where they read 4 books a month. You get to pick it. You get to pick and choose what books.
Oh. Morgan, do not sign yourself up for that.
You can't tell me what to do.
I'm the one that gets all the fallout of you yelling.
Yep. OMG, Clint, you want to buddy read Silver Flames when you get to it? I mean, I wasn't super kidding about doing. I would do the.
Well, I'm over here contemplating starting a witchy book club.
Okay.
Reading what type of witchy books? Are we talking about fiction books with witches, or are we talking about actually reading Ravens over Wolf and stuff? Because I'd be down for some of that. Because I've got a lot of
I always actively have an actual witchcraft book on the go for my practice. So it just, I don't know when I would start it, but I've been contemplating it.
I'm always just sign me up for everything.
I'll
figure it out.
I mean, don't forget the live show Sunday, Hope.
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask you what time that was.
I just realized that I need to
2 p.m. Central.
I just realized I need to read the lightning strike her.
Just because I need to figure out, because I typically do sprints on Sunday, I needed to figure out what time to schedule my sprints for.
Steph and Sam, if you don't know what Lightning Struck Heart is by TJ Klune, he pitched it as Shrek erotica.
Oh, I remember you guys talking about that.
And there is a scene. It really is. There is a scene.
Steph seems intrigued. Sam seems completely horrified.
I'm just
it's one of the best scenes. Listen. It's also Princess Bride on cocaine.
Okay.
But make it gay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Shrek erotica.
What are you talking about?
It's a Shrek Princess Bride crossover fanfic.
Yeah.
And make it gay. Because it is the gayest thing I think I've ever read, and that is saying
Yes.
something.
Is it on Kindle Unlimited? Like,
I know that.
I know Hoopla has it.
I was gonna say my Hoopla had it. That's where I got it from.
I don't have Hoopla.
Libby has it.
Didn't know that.
But I own the audiobooks because Audible, because I will buy all of them because I cannot wait for the next book. I'm just waiting until after our live show to read the next one.
I am very thankful that my father is not deaf because if he heard all this, he'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with my child?"
Listen, two
Maybe
lines.
they can do that already.
2 lines from the book that are pickup lines from the dragon. Yeah, I'm a dragon. I'll be dragging these balls across your face later. Or, once you go dragon, you won't be lagging. It is so stupid that it's perfect. It is so stupid that it's amazing.
I'm in. So
That's gonna be an interesting live show.
Or gay fairy married. That scene. Listen.
I'm confused.
It's called Fun Live Show and I'm drinking. That's all that's gonna happen.
Oh, so we're allowed to drink on Sunday?
Yes.
Cool. Provided that I actually get the book read in time, because I still need to finish. In my defense, mental health is a bitch. So.
That's why I try to shoot for getting book club books done ahead of time now. Because after the me not finishing the love list on time, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna repeat that again.
I still can't believe Alicia sent me her copy of that book after the live.
Is this?
Loveless is everything.
How much?
Yeah.
How many?
I love.
I now have 2 copies. Do I need 2 copies? No.
Are they the same cover?
No, one's the US hardcover and one is the UK paperback.
How many pages is the book? The Lightning Struck Heart.
430 something, I think.
Okay, yeah, I can get that done tomorrow.
It's not like it's a long book.
It's also really easy to read.
Yeah, and
how about you just focus on Unravel Me first, since you're the one who's hosting tomorrow.
Okay, I totally didn't just borrow it from my library. It's fine.
I mean, if you have access to the audiobook, I really suggest the audiobook because the characters are just...
I can't read smut. I can't listen to smut on...
Oh, no. There's no actual, Okay, there's 2 smut scenes in the entire thing. One's off page.
And you're just laughing the entire time.
You're just laughing the entire time because you hear them talking during it.
Oh. Okay.
And it's...
Because it's the unicorn giving his safe words. And he's like, the main character's name is Sam, and he's like, when I feel really good and I love it, I'm very Sam right now. And all you hear is, I'm so Sam! I'm so Sam right now!
There's a character named Sam, and there's a character named Morgan in the book.
Oh, God. Do the Sam and Morgan book have any type of relationship?
Sam is gay.
Mentor-mentee.
So basically like Sam and I.
Like real life, yeah, except you're not magical.
The main character's name is
Why
Sam.
am I here? Why did I agree to be here?
This is just so... I am enjoying this. So.
Well, this is basically what happens on my channel every Friday.
This is
pure chaos.
Oh, it's 429 pages. Thank you,
Any of our channels, it gets like this a lot.
I need to start doing streams.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm known on my channel as #chaos.
Team Chaos. So in September, I'll be reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, the book club read.
Court?
We haven't decided what September's book is.
No, we haven't. I was going to say we have that. Nope, that's August.
So
Court,
I need to read
Court because I finished Covet.
Yeah, make ACOTAR the September buddy read.
I mean, I can
book club.
I mean, I can start the Sarah J. Maas thing on my Discord server because y'all are in it.
Ooh.
I could do that.
So we're starting next month with A Court of Thorn and Roses for a giant Sarah J. Maas thing, or at least the Avatar series.
You know me, I'm going for the whole Sarah J. Maas. Because, once again, I have no fucking chill. But yes, Court, I need to read that because I read Covet and...
What were y'all's thoughts on Covet? I already got hopes.
I know Sam is never going to finish the series, but have you read the Crave series, Steph?
Read it.
You need
It's
to
a
I fell
guilty
into the
pleasure.
psychological and rom-com hole during the pandemic. And
It is Lion King with vampires.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Yeah.
Twilight, but better.
Lion King, but vampires.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, Lion King. But book
It
2...
took me 3 books to
so-
realize that because I forgot that The Lion King is a retelling of Hamlet.
I got this voice message at like midnight.
Do you still have it? You can play it if you want.
Listen, Sam, at least read book 2. It's so much different than book 1. You might actually enjoy it. If you hate book 2, you don't have to continue.
Okay, I literally have the voice message here.
If it gets onto like my TBR game, maybe, because I'm already struggling through Game of Thrones, and I also have Dark Lover that I'm supposed to read this month. And
By
I have
J.R.
to
Ward.
So.
I love J.R. Ward. I need to finish that series one day.
Man, I feel like I have read nothing.
But I will state, Crave is very much a guilty pleasure. I hate
100%.
Red. I hate Red the first one, just because I hate the main character in the first book. I hate Red it, and then I needed the second one immediately.
Yeah.
And from the second one on, it's become one of my favorite guilty pleasure series. And I need the next book like yesterday.
I feel that.
Yeah.
The other one just came out like not too long ago.
I know. But the next one comes out in November.
Oh,
And then February. No, May.
Also, I think the spin-off series is going to be about Remy.
Yes, and I fucking love Remy, and I want to have his child.
Okay.
I want him to impregnate me.
Okay.
Sorry. TMI, my bad.
Not what I was expecting, but like fair.
But like, also, it's Clint. You really didn't expect him to say something like that on a live show?
I didn't really think much of it. I just knew he was going to say whatever. So I'm just like, okay. But yeah, so you should read Crave. It's fun.
I finished all 4, or I finished the second, third, and fourth book in less than a week. And
It took
they're
me
all
like 2 days
gigantic.
It took me 1 day to read the first book, 2 days to read the second book. I don't know how long it took me to read Covet. Probably 16 hours, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Because I did
It took
nothing
me
but read Covet.
To read Covet.
I listened to the audiobooks, and that's what I got through my work week with.
Ah, okay. And the nonfiction. Oh, and Beautiful Bastard. Yes. Clune along. I'm down for all the buddy reads. I'm definitely drinking Sunday.
What I'm hearing, Clint, do you know who's all going to be there for the live?
I know you, Karina.
Okay, I'm not going to be the only
Kaylani.
sober one. Okay.
Kaylani.
Might not.
Kaylani will be sober because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like worried.
If I can get it read, I'll be in the comments.
Possibly Trin. I don't remember if Trin said she was actually going to be in the live show or just in the comments.
If you need somebody in the live,
And Morgan, possibly.
awesome.
Those were all my possibilities, like, was going to be at the live show.
I just love how I just pop up out of nowhere and I'm like, hello. I'm forcing my way into your life now. We are now friends.
That's
Clawing
fine.
your way in.
I'm the one that literally there is not a single part of my book life that does not feature Morgan because I've shoved her into them.
Yeah, basically since we met, I have been mentioned in every single one of Hope's videos. I have a permanent residence in
No,
her
yeah.
description box.
What's funny is
No, you were. I was going to say you were.
Vlog that I posted on Wednesday. There's one clip that I took after my kickoff sprints where you're so invested in your book, Morgan, that you don't realize that we're all saying hi to the vlog. I kept that on my computer so I can just go back and rewatch it because I laughed every time.
Did you put it in the vlog though?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I still need to go back.
You're welcome to be in the.
I still need to go
live
back and
trend.
go through the clips of drunk Morgan.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah, apparently I got drunk enough that I forgot my own name at one point, apparently.
And I think that it was around that point I'm like, okay, so I'm going to end the live here. Bye, guys.
It's
And
like,
things
oh,
got a
you
little
were
out of hand,
Okay.
and we ended up watching the llamas with hats until like 2 in the morning.
But also the way that in the middle of a sprint, when Morgan was drunk, went ahead and unmuted, said, I'm ready to the bathroom, unmuted, and then everybody just started laughing.
Listen, how many drunk live shows have y'all seen me drunk on? Listen. Or the point to where Mel was so drunk she fell out of her chair in one of our drunk live shows. Like, listen, girl, I'm like, quit drinking. She's like, but I gotta finish the bottle.
I mean,
No,
Jordan
you
got me
don't.
some moonshine today, so there's a possibility I'm going to be like that tonight. We'll see how well I can play Dead by Daylight while drinking moonshine.
I mean, I have all this wine and vodka and rum from the wedding that none of us drank because we got too tired. That I'm now, because we went swimming all day. Like, once the wedding ended, we jumped in the pool and then we were outside all day. So I'm like, I gotta drink it. In my head, I'm like, I gotta drink it before it goes bad.
Yeah. Just think, six months until you get to experience drunk me.
And I am afraid.
Well, on that note, I gotta go home now.
Okay, well, hop back on when you get home so that Steph can meet Jordan.
Alrighty.
Because
that is a requirement.
She needs to meet Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
The lightning struck heart is 200 pages. I can't type anything on the Discord channel, like, at all. I don't know how to run a Discord.
I'll figure it out. Like,
Girl, I just jump in when I see a comment that someone needs like an action to right that second. I comment, I'm like, no, it's this. Click, 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 click. Answer.
You have been
Done.
so helpful in the
Jump out.
Witchathon Discord, dude. It has been fantastic.
Yes.
Because
I'll see a question and be like, no one's on. Let me answer this real
Like,
fast. It's like a little bit higher
yeah.
up and it's pinned. Read it. I'm like, I'm at work. I shouldn't be on my phone.
I shouldn't be doing this. But
I shouldn't be doing this,
But there's a
people
question that needs to be answered.
There's like some questions that people ask, and I'm like, do you not have access to common sense? Because
I mean,
Some people
after
question.
running Seasonathon for as long as we have, I'm like, I'm all about like, let me jump on and let me answer this
That's
question.
Wait,
let me
yeah,
answer.
Are you doing Witchathon?
Currently, yes.
Well, I know you're doing Witchathon,
Oh.
but are you doing Witchathon, Steph?
No.
It is not too late to join.
Oh boy.
It's a whole month long, and any of your
Oh,
books count
actually,
out.
it's 5 weeks long because we're doing the whole first week of September.
It
leading up
ends
to
September 5th.
And every book I've read this month, I've made fit for something on the bingo board.
Even if it doesn't fit on the bingo board, you can still track the points and the pages.
Okay.
And it's all witchy themes. There are teams. I am the high priestess for the Cosmic Coven, which is like all spacey and stuff.
And then we have the priestess of the Hedge Coven.
For all of you who like plants.
As a druid, I kind of had to join the Hedge Coven. It didn't make sense.
It makes sense. And then we have Alicia's Coven, which is the traditional coven.
As she says down here in the comments, then Steph should be in the traditional coven.
Which we are going to push you towards Alicia's team because there's only one other person actively on her team.
Alicia's prompts are really cool. They're a little bit more difficult for some of them, but like, Alicia is not done reading Covet yet. I didn't say anything. covers ears.
I didn't say anything about
I will.
Kevin. Listen.
On my cooldown, when you get home, join us, and it'll be fun. just cancel your own sprints. We'll have all-night sprints on my channel.
us, friend.
Or we'll just jump over to Kim's sprint and continue the chaos.
Invade.
Invasion.
Invasions of the chaos.
I will be buying Charm on release day. I will be pre-ordering it.
Oh, Charm's already pre-ordered. It's been pre-ordered since I finished book 4.
I'm
Finished book
very
4 the
broke.
week it
I
came
have
out.
maybe like $1 in my bank account right now.
The beauty of Amazon, it doesn't take the money until it ships it.
Neither does Barnes & Noble.
I don't have a job though, so there's like no way for me to like be able to be like, yes, I will for sure be able to pay for it. Well, actually, I do get my FAFSA.
Yeah, Morgan, like how there wasn't enough credit card, so it charged mine when it was attached to your account.
I still feel so bad about that. So Hope uses my Amazon account because shipping to other people in America.
Yeah, like Clint, when I bought your birthday gift, I used Morgan's account.
She used my account
so that I could save like $5 on
card information. And
yeah, that would save.
And
for you.
He gets a notification like, why is there $10 missing from my account?
Like,
it was charged to Amazon. And so I go and I look and I'm like, oh my God, it charged you my Amazon fee. It charged Hope $10 for my Amazon. And I felt so bad. I like I was like hyperventilating. I was like, oh my God, I was like, that's like $10. And Hope was like,
and then there's me, I'm like,
you're freaking out over nothing. It's $10. It's not like it was my last $10 ever.
Literally. We've since removed my card, so there's no other charges, but
yeah.
Trend continue.
I've only read part of that series,
and
I've been hesitant to finish the series. You need to finish the series.
Because book 2 on is a completely different series than you think going in.
It's amazing. I want to be in the live stream if that's cool.
Do it.
If I can't be on the live, I will be in the comments. Okay.
You will be on Sunday.
Llamas and hats. Yes.
Carl! That kills people!
Literally, I think it was the only thing that, like, made me shut up for any extended amount of time.
No, in the middle of the llama and the hats was calling your cousin and yelling about antidepressants, I think.
Oh, yeah, I do remember doing that. My relationship with my family is really fucking weird.
And if you're Morgan's friends, you get the exclusive experience.
I'm going to be drinking butterscotch, moonshine, and wine Sunday. That feels like it would not be a good combination, just like taste-wise, but that also might just be me not liking.
She's probably gonna drink butterscotch, moonshine, and then she'll drink the wine.
Probably.
But I'm down for some moonshine.
Greetings. Glad I made it. I'm glad you are here too. I don't know what your name is. I'm just going to call you Rope from now on. Morgan, my book club, is trying out Discord for the first time, and we don't know how to use it as well as Instagram chat. I don't know why.
Season-a-thon Academy has one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I have to run one? What?
Then Steph should be in the traditional coven. And this is how I know Steph doesn't watch my videos. Or she would know what Witchathon is.
I knew she was involved in a Witchathon, but I did not dig into it at all.
The absolute shade. At Whimsical Narratives. That reminds me, I forgot to do my jog today. Thanks for inadvertently reminding me. No, ma'am, I need money. LOL, I gotta get that $1 that I get from my live shows. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair.
But we should still be allowed to invade because we'll make things fun.
If not, we'll invade the comments and just
be like,
send us the link. Send us the link.
After every sprint. Can we have the link? I'm not buying any new books or non-boba tea pleasures until next month when I actually have the money for it. Are you saying that like that you've restricted, like you're allowing yourself to have boba tea As your only treat yourself thing. I'm not laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just funny.
I've never had boba tea.
Neither have I. It's a texture thing for me.
I've had it.
Yeah, that's why
I
I'm
just-
like, I keep looking at it going, it looks like
I don't want to be drinking something and then have like something else.
Have
like,
just a ball go down your throat.
yeah, like no thanks.
If I want that, I'll just never mind. I was like, wait, we're not on my channel.
is
I'll
not
be
made for
PG.
children.
I was
While
like,
I
I'll be
don't
PG.
explicitly do any adult things, adult themes and topics will come up, and I refuse to censor myself or my friends. So, if you're under the age of 18,
So if you didn't understand that, you're too young to be here.
if you don't remember when Disney Junior was called Playhouse Disney, you're too young.
Yes.
You're too young.
If you don't
Not me
remember,
thinking, do I remember it as that? I think I do.
I mean, if you don't remember Nick at Night, then you might be too young for my channel.
Right?
Well, I guess I can't be on your.
You're the
You're
exception.
fine. We know you're.
You
18.
read more smut than all of us combined. Listen,
True.
I get all my smut recommendations from you.
And then Trin is trying to get you to try some moonshine.
I fucking love moonshine, especially if it's apple pie moonshine.
What is all this llamas and hats?
You don't know what llamas and hats. Listen.
Okay, so at the end of Sam's at the end of the month, Sam does this live show, and one at the end of, I think it was July, I got a little bit drunk, and
A little bit. We had to convince you not to get a third drink. After you were just like,
Whoa, only 3 drinks? Whoa, what?
1 medication, 2 I'm only about 130 pounds.
Oh, touche.
yeah. So it was like 2 drinks in, and you were.
Oh my god,
Pretty.
Snick. Yes, Snick.
And so basically, I guess llamas and hats is like from the era of the internet with like the annoying orange Asdif movies, that kind of era of YouTube, like what, 2012, 2013,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. I don't really remember. I didn't become. I've been on YouTube since like 2008. I've only done BookTube since 2014. And those other videos, they don't exist anymore. They are lost to the cosmos. Nick at Night was pretty cool back in the day. Actually, yeah, shows used to be a lot better than what they are now.
Hello. We grew up with the horrible, horrible cartoons that were awesome.
Yeah, you guys grew up with questionable cartoons.
Ren and Stimpy, Cow and Chicken, Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
I wasn't allowed to watch Ed, Ed, and Eddie growing up. My mother was.
I didn't watch any of them. I was very sheltered.
I was a very sheltered child as well.
I watched them all.
What?
I was homeschooled. I was very sheltered.
I watched them all, and then was still questioning. But then again, my mom was questioning. She's like, "You can't be gay. You're straight." And I was like, "Mom, my favorite shows to watch growing up were Sailor Moon and Powerpuff Girls. How did you not know?"
How did you not?
If there was a badass female main character, I'm known in elementary school as doing the Xena warrior cry down the hallway to wake people up, or I used to like yell out the window at school with the Xena warrior cry. Listen, how did you not know?
I mean, fair. Then again, we all did really weird.
And I wanted to be Velma and Daphne for Halloween, and you wouldn't allow me. So hence why I was the Ninja Turtles, each Ninja Turtle.
And you're like, Mother, the closet was
And then
made
I
out
was
of
the
glass.
pink Power Ranger once for Halloween. Listen.
The closet is made of glass, Mother. Like, how do you not know this? When I came out to my dad, and I was like, oh, by the way, this is my girlfriend. He just looked at me and goes, okay. My dad just doesn't care. Unless he's got 3 glasses of wine in him, like 3 big glasses of wine in him, and then he will roast the shit out of you. He body shamed my older brother in a very funny way. Patrick was like, my older brother was like, draw me like one of your French girls. And then my dad looks at him and just deadpan goes, I don't think we have enough paper.
I swear, I love your dad.
My dad is great. He's wonderful. Or Snick, Nickelodeon Saturday Night. Oh, you mean like the new Grounds era? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do.
Hi, Rosie. We were talking about you earlier. Oh.
Mel's trying to help me rename the Scooby-Doo-a-thon. Row readathon. Like what?
That feels like a weird sex thing.
Row Raggy.
Oh,
I can't think of what you can rename it.
Man. I forgot about these, but I just finished my book. Congratulations! We've only done one sprint.
I've read 16 pages.
I wanted to be the white Power Ranger when I was a kid, and my dad said, no, absolutely not. It's a Yellow Ranger or a Ninja Turtle for you.
Why the yellow?
My dad never dictated what Halloween costumes I usually wore, but because of the climate where I live, I was that kid who had to wear a giant puffer jacket to the point where you couldn't even tell what I was. Yep. I just looked like that one, the Ghostbusters thing.
Michelin Man.
I remember one year I went as a baby, literally just so I could wear a onesie for Halloween.
I went as Bob
That's what
the
I've done
Builder
the past couple of years since we moved down here because I have no friends down here. So if any of y'all are in Colorado, let me know.
I went as Bob the Builder one year, and every door we went to, they kept asking me,
seen
are you Tim the Tollman Taylor from Home Improvement?
Have you seen what they did to Bob from Bob the Builder?
Yes.
I don't like it.
It's scary.
They ruined Barney, so I wouldn't put it past them to ruin anything else.
They ruined VeggieTales too.
That's too.
Weird animation that they switched to.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Like, what happened? Because I've got like Lord of the Beans VeggieTales.
Oh, that's
listen. Listen, I can't watch VeggieTales after watching Sausage Party.
That is a movie that I refuse to watch.
I got forced to watch it while I was drunk one night, and now I cannot watch VeggieTales because I'm expecting them to like it. No. Just no.
Oh my god.
No.
Note to self, don't watch Sausage Party.
Yeah.
It really isn't that good of a movie. I watched it and it was so fucking bad.
Oh,
and
I heard
it where it's like entertaining. It was just a bad movie to the point.
I heard enough about it from like in school. Like imagine like teen boys talking about it.
Oh, yeah. It's a stoner movie where a hot dog is in love with a hot dog bun.
Yeah, I saw the promos and was like, nope.
Yeah.
But you've made it definitely not.
Oh, gods, did you gossip about me? Kind of, mostly just how you started the whole calling Jordan Hagrid thing. His favorite color was yellow.
Because I went, why the Yellow Ranger? Because Trin would make more sense for her to be the Pink Ranger.
I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers because Mom didn't want my sister and I beating each other up. But apparently shooting each other like in Star Wars was okay.
My mother says that Power Rangers is what turned me gay.
I'm laughing about that because we were never restricted as far as Power Rangers because My parents weren't worried about us beating each other up because we would end up doing that regardless of I pushed Aaron down the stairs at least once.
Did not beat yourselves, beat each other up.
Okay, not as
yes,
bad
you
as
smacked each other once in a while, but that ain't the same thing.
No, I was about to say it's not as bad as some siblings, but we did smack each other around.
Me and my cousin acted like siblings, where she would beat me with kitchen utensils if I didn't dress her Barbies. So she'd wake up with her Barbies decapitated and our body parts hanging above her bed.
That reminds me of a story my dad told me about my mom. So
and I melted her Polly Pockets.
My mom only had one brother. And apparently they got in a fight that was so bad, my mother threw a spatula at him. Because it cut part of his forehead and he was bleeding. I don't know what they were fighting about. But they were fighting and then there was a flying spatula incident.
I mean, I beat my cousins with a wooden spoon, mainly because getting into my cookie dough when I was baking.
Ooh.
I remember when my cousin lived with us for like 10 months or so, it became a thing towards the end of her living with us that anytime we walked past each other, it was a smack to the back of the head.
So a gib smack, yeah.
Or she would randomly like come into my room like before she went to school or like coming back and would just jump on me in my bed or like at the desk. She would just jump entirely on me and be like, "This is my spot now."
Y'all watch NCIS, but like, do you watch Criminal Minds?
Yes, and I cannot wait for it to come back because Peacock really picked it up, and the whole cast.
But I swear to God, if they kill Reed as an excuse for not having Matthew Gray Goobler back, I would be upset.
He's coming back. He's supposed to be in he's a guest star in a few episodes, but then he's supposed to make an actual like comeback for the second season. It's the fact that he's currently doing something where he cannot be there for the full first season.
Okay, so then they're probably going to be like, yeah, Reed is off doing
assignment.
The only ones that are coming back are the ones that are from that final season. That full cast is supposed to come back.
Okay, well, as long as Penelope Garcia makes a return, that's all I care about.
Because Eric's can't come back. After he punched one of the producers and stuff, he can't come back.
Wait, who was Eric? He was the guy who played Aaron Hotchner, right?
Yeah, Aaron, yeah. I meant Aaron, not Eric. Where did I get Eric from? Whatever.
Pro tip, guys. I'm sure Kim can speak to this because she was an extra on several things. Don't punch producers.
Hey, I am the producer. Don't punch me.
Well, don't punch Steph because she will punch you back.
It's true.
She will commit all of the violence.
This red hair, red is danger. I have a warning label.
Like, the more colorful something is, the more dangerous it is. This is the last year I went trick-or-treating, I dressed up as Abby from NCIS. Yes. I love Abby.
I still need an Abby Penelope crossover moment.
Everybody does.
I almost want to write a book with two characters that mimic them, crossover, and fall in love.
Do it.
Because I feel like Abby would be the perfect girl for Penelope.
Do it.
I don't know why, but I need it to happen.
Do it. They ruined Math Blaster, Max Steel, which only I remember, and Thundercats.
God, they ruined Thundercats a long time ago when they brought back Thundercats.
Those were
in the early 2000s. When they brought it back in early 2000s with Steven Universe type animation before Steven's Universe was a thing. And I'm just like, what are you doing to Thundercats? Please go away.
Yeah. Oh, we brought up the Star Wars. We're talking about the Star Wars thing, which is funny because my older brother, well, like everybody in my family enjoys nerdy stuff. The only person who's not really a nerd is my sister. But my dad grew up watching Star Trek and the Star Wars movies. He actually had to beg my grandfather to take him to see the first Star Wars movie in theaters on the last day that it was there so that he didn't miss it. because back then streaming services weren't a thing, so you would have had to wait for the VHS or whatever to come out.
And
But
the first one came out on a 2 VHS. Just like Titanic did.
So my dad obviously bought the VHS tapes. And so my older brother is 9 years older than me. And apparently at one point in time, he went downstairs at like 4 a.m. and turned on Star Wars because he knew how to work the VCR. Apparently the volume was up like way too high. Scared the crap out of my parents. They're like, what are you doing?
In my car all the time. Like, go from a podcast to music, and it's like, ah!
It's like, ugh. Or like when you don't realize like how loud your music is when you like get home, and so when you get back in the car and you're like listening to like some sort of like more like intense music that's not like,
it's like, ooh,
it's
morning
like,
Stephanie is not as turned as last night's Stephanie.
Like, no thank you. I have a scary Halloween costume story from my childhood that I've been trying to forget. I think everybody has at least one Halloween that they from their childhood that they actively try to forget ever happened.
I have one costume that I think my great uncle, whatever the fuck Wesley is considered to me now.
Dead?
When your grandparents get divorced and marry siblings.
Oh, that.
It gets very confusing. But Wesley
Alabama.
used to, every time, yes, actually, my family's from Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, all the southern states.
So your family tree is just a circle.
Pretty much.
Probably.
He used to jump out of the attic when I would try to go to the bathroom upstairs wearing this red mask.
Why?
And scare the hell out of me.
That is a great way to get a tiny pee on your floors.
So I flash forward to a couple years ago. I'm watching Insidious for the first time while drunk and high on an edible.
Oh god.
And at the very end of the movie, this demon thing comes around him and it's this red face.
Yeah.
The friends that I was hanging out with, 1 minute I'm sitting next to them screaming. Next minute I'm on top of the chair behind what I had hiding I think it was a blanket on the wall, hiding the window. It was like words. And I was sitting there hiding, shaking. And they were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, trigger.
Childhood trauma.
Trigger.
Childhood trauma.
I'm
trying to remember the first actual horror movie I saw, and I think my first horror movie was one of the Saw movies, which technically isn't horror. My dad classifies it as gore porn.
It is gore porn.
But I think that was the first like scary movie that I watched.
Oh, mine was Puppet Master.
No, thank you.
I was a little kid and I walked in there and they were watching a movie, so I just sat there behind them watching.
Do you want to know
Next
what
thing, Mom
from
knew.
my childhood scared the shit out of me then, and still I haven't watched it to this day since I was a child? The Labyrinth. And it's not because it's the animation that's scary. I was terrified by David Bowie's tight pants to the point that it made me afraid of the movie because I don't know why. His pants were just too freaking tight. And my child-sized brain did not like that.
Listen.
I'm sure if I watched it now, I would enjoy it. But, but like...
Every time I hear Labyrinth, I think of Pan's Labyrinth, and that one traumatized me.
Okay, that one does
traumatize me. We were going to go watch a World War II movie, and I was lied to.
Yes.
I saw the cover art for that, and even the cover art was enough to, like, scare me. I was like...
Listen, I was told it was a remake of just the regular Labyrinth, and I was just like, okay, let's go watch it. Who's Del Toro? I've never seen a movie by Del Toro before. And halfway through it, we're in the theaters, and I'm like, what the fuck are we watching? What the fuck are we watching? Can we leave?
Yeah, the guy who plays the eyeball in hand guy.
Yes.
But I didn't know who he was. Like the publicist or the handler for the convention was like, "Oh, here, come talk to Doug. He's great." And so I walked up and I'm like, Doug. I don't know anything about this guy to ask me questions. And so he's like, "Well, I played this guy and I played this," and I was like, "Oh, that one. I hated that one." And he's like,
since we're like talking about like older movies.
Hocus Pocus. I'll just point that out.
I
He was
watched that for
Billy-
the first
He
time
was
a couple
Billy
of
in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, he's been in so much. He's in Star Trek. He does a lot of prosthetic work, so you wouldn't recognize him.
He's in Shape of Water. The Shape of Water. He was the monster that she falls in love
Speaking
with.
of Hocus Pocus, I watched that for the first time a couple of years ago because when I told my sister-in-law that I haven't seen it, she got the most offended look on her face, made me make her cookies, and forced me to watch Hocus Pocus.
I would have done the same thing.
I know you would have done the same thing. That's why I'm telling you this, because you and my sister-in-law would get along and it would be hilarious.
Listen, I co-hosted a Hocus Pocus readathon. I was Sarah. Which I was mad because I really wanted to be Winnie, and they wouldn't allow me to be Winnie because I didn't have red hair. But I have the Winifred costume, and I used to do Winifred in drag.
Yes. Just yes.
Because Bette Midler is queen.
Also, Binks is
Proby.
Why am I blanking on his name?
McGee.
Yeah.
And then
That guy.
Or the voice of the actual cat is Harvey in Sabrina.
I haven't seen Sabrina. Listen, I've been watching Buffy.
The regular, not the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the original Sabrina.
No, I know. I'm talking about the original. I haven't
with
seen the
Gilmore.
original. In my defense, I have been watching a lot of Buffy and Gossip Girl. So.
Brava. On both. Original Gossip Girl?
Oh, yeah, the original
Okay,
Gossip
brava.
Girl.
Because new Gossip Girl sucks.
I've watched 3 seasons in the past week.
I also suggest y'all check out the new Pretty Little Liars, Original Sins.
I never watched the original Pretty Little Liars show.
Well, the
I
new
was in
one.
college. I did not have time.
Well, the new one is like it's like they're trying to go very American Horror Story and slasher with it, because it is scaring the fuck out of me.
Okay.
I'm now almost refusing to watch the new Pretty Little Liars because apparently it's now canonically set in the same like universe as the TV show Riverdale.
Oh.
What?
And I'm like,
leave Riverdale alone. Leave Riverdale alone.
How?
I don't. There was an article, and it was like the executive.
They've been working for too long. Apparently, they have superpowers.
Yeah,
just let them retire from this project.
Like I know. I remember
you're saying we're done.
Well, Riverdale's over with.
Yeah,
no,
Riverdale
it's not.
Season.
It's
season
not.
7's the last.
Yeah, season 7's the last season. Yes.
Yes.
One more season.
You think
Hopefully
any of
this
them?
is the last
You
season.
think
No,
any
they
of
said
them?
at the end.
I still
You
want to
think
know
any of them
how
are
they
going to
got.
renew their contracts? They're all going to be like,
understand.
Some of them might not have a choice because publicity, but also
they
hold
signed
on.
a 7-year contract. Well, the CW has it so you sign a 7-year contract, and after those 7, like the company can either end your contract early, or after those 7 years, you then can renew it.
And then there's just Supernatural that went on for.
Well, yeah, they just kept on renewing their contracts because
Money.
It was doing well.
Exactly, but
Okay,
for
my
Riverdale,
only thing is
nobody's going to renew those contracts. They're going to be no.
I haven't caught up with Riverdale, which I really need to.
I
But my
want
thing is
just for the
how
trauma.
the fuck are you going to cross over Sabrina into it with the way Sabrina ended? Because it made no sense when they were like,
And
Sabrina's in
now you're
Riverdale, and I'm
pulling
like,
Pretty Little Liars.
how?
Like those are 3 different types of media.
Well, I
It's
will say
3 different
the new Pretty Little Liars and then Riverdale. It's like more of like I think they reference something of like some character says something to do with Riverdale of like it's the town.
No, they just referenced the episode I'm watching. I just watched. I haven't finished it yet.
Oh
and
no,
then there's
it's
one
the
more
like.
episode.
Oh no, it's like there's a place in Riverdale that they mention.
Like Pops?
No, it's the. Oh, I can't.
The White Worm?
No, I'm gonna literally search up the freaking
The
article.
sanatorium.
I think so.
But that's in Rosewood. In the original Pretty Little Liars, it's the sanatorium in Rosewood. which
Okay,
they
now
just
I need to rewatch
referenced
the
back
Pretty-
to the original Pretty Little Liars.
And now, whenever I hear the word sanatorium, I need to watch the show because I've had a weird fascination with Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Okay,
since
no,
I was
it's
maybe
that.
18.
Yeah, it's
So,
saying that. I literally looked up an article. And so, in like episode 6 of the Pretty Little Liars original sin, they learned that several patients from Rosewood Radley's sanitarium were sent to the Sisters of Quiet Mercy over in Riverdale.
Okay, that would make sense.
oh great, so now they're in the same universe.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Fucking hell.
I never saw Sausage Party. Don't bother. I stabbed my brother in his hand with a fork once at dinner. Did he deserve it? That's my
My
question.
grandmother put a fork through my dad's hand because he was joking about taking a bite of her pie. And he went all the way through and he had to go to the hospital and get stitches.
I'm sorry. I don't care how protective you are of your pie. To stab your child in the hand with a fork? Questionable parenting.
He didn't ask.
I'm gonna be for real.
And
I don't
she just
think
went
we're gonna
boom.
end up sprinting again.
We've only done the one sprint so far, Sam.
What's going over there then?
we did one sprint. It's fine.
Because I come in muting my stuff just in case. I didn't want to be like, hey guys. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
we haven't.
we did the one sprint and we haven't done anything since.
To be fair, sometimes you just need to hang out with people, and this is, I guess.
Considering the fact that this is the first actual
Alicia,
social
I
interaction,
agree. I agree, Alicia.
I am so
Sharp.
behind on comments. I have a friend who, when we were ages 9 to 12, was obsessed with fireworks. Whenever we hung out, he often wanted to see what toys he could blow up with them.
Who didn't?
Me.
Was your friend Sid from Toy Story?
Listen, I used to take toys apart and then attach fireworks to them.
Are
and throw
you
them at my
Sid from
cousin.
Toy Story? Sid from Toy Story was based on you.
Okay. Now I've established that.
Sid. Also, we don't talk about the 4th Toy Story movie. It should have just ended after 3.
I refuse to watch that.
Don't bother watching the 4th Toy Story movie.
Everyone's
I'm not going to unless one of my little cousins actively requests it when I'm babysitting them. And even then, I'll probably be like, how about we watch, like, the first one?
Or the second one.
Or any other one.
1, 2, and 3 are like the only Toy Story movies that I care about. 4 should not have been made. Just
And there's
like
rumors
the
that they're
second
coming out
Cars
with
movie.
another one.
Cars 2 should not exist. It should have been the 3rd one. It should have gone Cars 1, and then Cars 3, and then Cars 2. Because Cars 2 does not fit. Listen, I'm very passionate about the Cars universe.
I've seen the first 2. I haven't watched the 3rd.
I've seen the
Comfort
first one.
movies are weird. My comfort movies are Cars and Transformers. I went through a period a couple months ago where I could only sleep if I was watching one of the Transformers
See,
movies.
my comfort movies are the Scream movies, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. So, if we want to talk about odd comfort movies,
My comfort movie is the It movies.
no.
Absolutely,
No,
I don't do
clowns, no.
clowns. I don't do clowns.
I
Nothing
love
Okay,
good.
the
I
first
see enough
original
clowns
It,
in my real everyday life.
Hold
I
on.
don't need to see one that's going to kill me.
the original It didn't scare me because all I keep hearing is Tim Curry's voice, and I keep going back to Rocky Horror every time I watched it.
So I was watching Rocky Horror with my ex, and then the ex traumatized me, and I have not watched Rocky Horror since. And I never actually finished it.
I may
because-
lose my gay card here, but I fucking cannot stand the Rocky Horror movies, so I like a couple of the songs. I just don't like that movie.
I don't think I've
Revoked.
seen it.
What is everyone reading at the moment?
Oh my God, nothing.
Nick.
They are sabotaging my attempt to finish Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but this is more fun.
Well, Kim will actually sprint.
Kim is probably gonna actually do sprints because
Kim's more.
she apparently needs that dollar.
Which Kim, can we have the link if you're still watching?
True.
Put the link in the bio.
Like, girl, I would literally send you my last dollar. Like, ma'am, I will send you my last dollar.
No, it's like just Kim, hop on this link, put it in the private chat,
and then
we'll all just go over. There's
hey Rosie, I'm reading Covet, and then we send it. Meow.
that was like what 10 minutes ago.
That was like
More
an
than
hour.
I had
15 minutes ago.
I paused the cat, so the cat never meowed. I think.
Well, no, it did, and then you're like, let's catch up with these comments. Over an hour.
That was
Well,
when
probably like an hour and a
I
half.
was still at the office, and it takes me about 30 minutes to get home on some days.
Nice. How far are you, Alicia? Kim sprints are only in an hour, lol, if you want to do one more before that. Nah. I was a shadow hunter one year for Halloween. Nice. I am mostly just reading Sea of Monsters today. I'm currently 228 pages in and counting. Clint, you and Sure talk, and we can write a Abby and Garcia.
Garcia fanfic. I'm down for this.
Are you loving it? I just finished Crown of Midnight. Wow, waking up to spaceships and Wookiee Wars. I don't think the Wookiee Wars were what woke my parents up. I think it was just the.
I mean, I have Chewbacca next to me, so.
I'm loving the Crave series. Yay, love that for you.
They're just having a whole other conversation without us.
Yeah. They're entertaining themselves. There was one year that we bought a sheet from the store, and I started out as a ghost, and by the time I got to my aunt's house 3 blocks away, I was a nun in training. As a ghost, I couldn't see. Because as a ghost, I couldn't see. Did you not cut eye holes in the sheets?
Like, no. Now I'm just imagining somebody walking down the street with just a sheet, no eye holes, just keeping on.
I would be the one to do that, so.
I've
never watched a horror movie. My first horror movie was Frankenstein with Boris
Karloff. That's a good version. Bela
I'm sorry,
Lugosi's
but
Dracula.
Boris is just a really funny name to me.
Boris
Karloff. Like one that I wasn't really paying attention to it so much. It was at a slumber party and they were watching White Noise. I think that was the movie. Can't remember.
Bela Lugosi. Dracula was my first experience with vampires, and 9-year-old me had legit nightmares from that.
My first experience with vampires was Interview with a Vampire, and I'm pretty sure Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise is the reason why I'm gay. Because I just wanted them.
My childhood best friend has a deep-seated hatred for Brad Pitt, and we don't know why. She just hates the guy. Then again, there are some actors that, like, they're not terrible people, but I just look at them and I'd be like, I would punch you. Just for no reason. You're annoying.
I would punch Tom Brady.
I feel that.
I can't think of any off the
he
top
put
of
out
my
his
head.
book with his giant freaking stupid face on it. And
But most of the actors I would like to punch in the face are men. I don't really want to fight any women actors except
The only woman that I can think of that I want to beat the fuck out of is Amber Heard.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Be like, bitch,
We'll
how
all
dare
join
you do
you.
this to my man? Fuck you.
I had a dream about Johnny Depp a couple of weeks ago. He didn't do anything. He was just dressed up as Captain Jack Sparrow doing the run and just roasting me.
Listen, I had a dream the other night of Johnny Depp as Edward Scissorhands, and I was on a date with him.
Honestly,
And I woke up going, of
Johnny
all
Depp's
of his
characters.
movies, I was like, of all of his characters, Edward? Why
I would
Edward?
go on a date with any of Johnny Depp's characters. I don't care how messed up they are.
The only one I wouldn't
read dark
is
romance.
Edward is sweet.
the only one I wouldn't is Willy Wonka because he looks like a pedo.
You know what? That's fair.
It's that
Good
wig.
morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
I refuse to believe that Captain Jack Sparrow and Willy Wonka are played by the same man because Johnny Depp is a fucking shapeshifter. Nothing will convince me otherwise.
Watch his
Anybody
movie.
tried to
Cannibalism,
touch
my
that man
dear
with
children,
silver.
and it's frowned upon in most societies.
If I ever meet that man, I'm gonna touch him with a piece of silver and see if he does anything.
Listen, watch his movie Ed Wood, and then you can be really disturbed.
Okay.
Ed Wood is he plays Ed Wood, who is a real life director who used to wear women's clothes to feel closer to women. And the movie gets more disturbing when the nice girl is played by the chick who plays Drusilla in Buffy. and she's like this innocent, sweet person, and I'm just like, this is getting even more disturbing. Can we not?
Oh boy. My first experience with vampires was the Twilight movies.
My
Honestly,
first experience
probably
with
same.
vampires was the little vampire, the Disney
Yeah,
original.
I love that movie.
And then like my mom's on a date with the vampire.
Vampire, yes.
Those were before my time. And now vampires are among my favorite classic horror movie monster, though I find them hit and miss in novels.
I prefer my shapeshifters.
Listen, I've been on a vampire kick for a while now. Basically, if the description of a book has the word vampire in it, I immediately buy it.
See, you say werewolf in a book or shapeshifter of some kind, and I'm like, mine. Thank you.
You say fae, and I'm like,
I
put
just
it in my
want to
cart.
mention, Clint, that I did find a book recently about a bear shifter who has to fight a bunch of drunk raccoons in a bakery.
What? Send this title to me because that sounds like an awesome fun.
And I'm just
Okay,
like,
so we have Morgan, who loves vampires, Hope, who loves like fae and fairies, Clint, you like werewolves or like shifters, and then we have me, witches. Steph, which one do you like?
What do you want, Steph?
I have no idea.
Ghosts, goblins, ghouls,
Just normal people?
Skeletons?
Yeah, I guess I'll just take humans.
zombies.
Are we creating a paranormal readathon now?
Yes.
Yes. Where's the pen and paper? I'll write this down.
I don't know where your pen and paper is. I've never been to your fucking house.
Listen,
I don't know a thing.
This could be interesting if we were to make a readathon and each of us are those teams. What team survives the apocalypse?
I'm intrigued. Oh, hi, Jordan.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
That's
I'm
normal
literally
for me.
writing this down. I'll probably find this note in like 6 months and be like, what were we planning?
No, I'm gonna remember because we joked about the Riordan along, and here we are, 2 months into it.
I mean, if we want to do a paranormal readathon, I'm down
It
for leading
is
the
coming
team
up on
shifters.
spooky season.
Listen.
It's coming up on spooky season.
I mean, one of my favorite series in there is Honey Badger Shapeshifters.
What?
Oddly specific.
There are 3 sisters. One is half honey badger, half wolf. One is half honey badger, half tiger, and the other one is half honey badger, half honey badger.
Doesn't that just make them a honey badger?
No, because honey badgers cannot mate with other honey badgers, but for some reason this child was born and she is psychotic and she is a serial killer, and I fucking love her.
Also, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Honey badgers don't give crap.
It's
Actually,
called
it's
Book 1 is Hot and Badgered. Book 1 is Hot and Badgered. So...
I like how nobody's paying attention to you now.
Oh no, I am. I'm totally living for this.
It is everything. The sex scenes in the first one kind of suck, but the sex scenes in the second one are top tier.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I'm just like scrolling through my I think it's Bear in a Bakery. Yeah, it's called Bear in a Bakery by Liz Paffel. And this is like the first like sentence of like the little... This is just the first sentence. One sexy carpenter bear shifter, one sassy human with a sweet, sweet cinnamon roll.
Well, that just got added to my Kindle.
Allie Rowe is in a bind after drunk raccoons do a number on her business. Sticky Sweet Bakery.
What?
Oh my god,
Sorry, but when I hear drunk
Sweeter than
raccoons, my
honey.
mind automatically goes Bob's Burgers because Linda would get the raccoons drunk and then invite them into
Book
the...
3
How
is
have I
Bear
not
in a...
done an episode where she does that, where she gets the raccoons drunk or gets drunk with the raccoons and then brings them into the restaurant.
Listen, I need to
Bob's
read
Burgers
this
people,
series.
if you're here and for some fucking reason and you want to do that idea, give me credit and a small voice acting role, and then you can have my idea.
The third book in this Bear series is Bear in a Bookstore. I need to read this series. Cool. Thank you.
This has gone totally derailed, and I love it.
Honestly,
Is it bad I'm still
it's
stuck on
literally
this?
only 150 pages.
Why am I stuck on this paranormal readathon idea?
Well, literally, I'm like sitting here, like I'm already thinking of prompts here. Like, how are we gonna do it?
Just make a group chat on like Instagram or Twitter or something.
Are we gonna do any other
unbearable? Yes.
I love Hocus Pocus. I'm looking forward to the second one. I didn't realize there was going to be a second movie. I do think there was a
I
book.
cannot wait.
September.
The trailer looks amazing. We've already planned a night that we're going to eat pizza and watch it. I cannot wait.
The original cast is coming back,
trying not
right?
to spoil myself for it.
Like the Winnie and Sarah, and they're going to be played by the original cast, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, thank God. Because nobody else could do Winnie.
People think that it's going to be the book that they had, Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel, but it's not.
I just want to see a grown-up Binks. I know he's technically dead, but like grown-up Binks coming back from the afterlife being like...
But as of right now, I don't even think Max and them are in it. I think it's just the Sandersons are the only original actors.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Even though I feel like Thora Birch should have been in it.
I went and saw Chucky's Bride in movie theaters and ended up falling asleep. I refuse to watch the Chucky movies because I have an American Girl doll, and no, thank you.
I've seen the first one. We haven't watched the other ones yet, but I think we watched the first 3 Saw movies last year.
Felt like that with the reboot of Charmed.
The reboot of Charmed should not exist. The person who thought that is a fucking good idea needs to be murdered on the spot. That is the worst thing in television history, and they need to die. Sorry.
All right then.
Charmed is my all-time.
If I choose to watch Charmed, I will watch the original.
Charmed is my all-time favorite show. It got me through a lot of the dark times, and the reboot. They don't even do spells.
Oh.
They do their first spell like on the 8th episode. They do potions. And I'm sorry. Their white lighter is not a white lighter. His name is Harry and he apparates. He's a fucking wizard. He is not a fucking white lighter.
But honestly, if they're stealing ideas from J.K. Rowling...
No, and also, they're trying to make the middle child who's a lesbian. They made her into the women's studies professor to force feminism. I'm like, the original Charmed didn't have to force feminism.
Okay, can I just quickly pitch in an idea for this paranormal thing?
Sure.
Angels and demons, and I already have a team leader for that.
Who?
Alicia.
Oh.
I love this idea.
Ooh, can we switch humans to like serial killers? That'd be fun. It's not paranormal, but
I was about to say
it's more entertaining than humans.
Well, we've also got. You could also do gods and demigods. There's also. Or Alicia could do angels and Steph could do demons.
What?
Which would go more on this line of like serial killers and stuff. And we could go with thrillers.
We will have to actually like set up a meeting with everybody.
Well, now I'm like, what team would Kim lead?
Well, we don't need a million people because also you have to think of like
live show. We can only have like what 6.
Yeah, but that's like what Zoom is for.
But I'm just writing this all down. It can all be changed.
Is there a book that has all of these in it? That's not the Crane series.
The Supernatural books?
I mean, I have one of the Supernatural books. I could read that.
I was like, because that would be the perfect idea for like a group book, as if it had
Crescent
all
City.
of these.
Because there's humans, there's wolves, there's But there really isn't witches necessarily.
I thought we were nixing the humans and going with gods and demigods.
But that also probably works.
I need to text my brother what I want from Kidoba.
Or should we just turn this into a Crave-themed readathon because you've got the witches, the vampires,
Sam will
the
dip out
shapeshifters,
immediately.
the dragons, and the humans, and then you got gargoyles. You got the teams.
Then you just have me drop off from the face of the earth. Bye.
But again, literally, this could probably actually work and use like Crescent City as a group book.
Well, I was trying to think of one that's like
Shorter.
That's
that
not like
nobody's
600
like,
pages.
that's,
800 pages?
Not super popular and like not one that everybody's already read. Because we would want people to do the group book.
Wow. Okay, I'm looking for my usual Cadoba order, and I'm just seeing how many times I text people about chicken nuggets.
All my paranormal books are in the other room.
I know. I'm like,
ooh,
there's
Black
one
Witch.
there's one book that I can think of, but I don't think it has everything in it.
I think Black Witch has everything.
Yeah, I think the one that I'm thinking of doesn't have. Based on what I have written down now, I think the only thing it's technically missing is vampires, I think.
Offended. Unpopular opinion, I actually prefer the original Sabrina to the Chilling Adventures. I'm drawn towards retro cheese.
Same.
I feel like 90% of people prefer the original.
Yeah, I love both.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. At least not here.
I don't consider them related at all, other than just like name. Because I've read the first graphic novel, and I think we're almost done with this series. I think we just have like a few more episodes left of the series, and I really love both.
The only thing I didn't like about Chilling Adventures is where they state that all witches worship Satan. That was like the only thing that kind of was like, let's nah.
Yeah, that was like my main gripe. Yeah, is that. But other than that, it's.
And I love Buffy as much as I do because it embraces the cheese factor and its B-movie aesthetic. I need to continue watching Buffy, but I got so
Have you seen the original Buffy movie?
No. Was I supposed to watch that before I watched the show?
They reference it a lot in season 1, but it's like a different actress playing her, and they changed her age and everything. But watch the movie; it is so stupid.
I'll probably watch the movie.
It's hilarious
for free, but I'm not paying for it.
Because when they kill the vampires, stake them, and they fall off screen, and you're just like, "Ha ha! I killed you!" And I'm just like, "What the fuck are we watching?"
I like the Buffy TV show like a lot. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I think I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
I said young Sarah Michelle Gellar would make a good Selena Sardothian from Ronald Glass.
For Selena, yes. For Aelin, no.
I don't know who Aelin is. People keep talking about this Aelin bitch, and I don't know who she is.
Read Crowd of Midnight. You will answer all your questions.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I must read the 2 book club books that I'm behind on.
Well, after that.
Yes, but I am really enjoying Buffy. I think I'm on like season 4 of Buffy, but honestly, I will probably just rewatch it from the beginning.
I just finished my rewatch of Buffy so that I could finally read the sequel to Slayer, and then I can read Bloody Fool for Love, which is the Spike prequel book, and the In Every Generation book that we have. We're huge Buffy fans in this house.
Cool. When is the sequel coming out? People have been talking about it forever. November. If you're talking about the Prey series, it's November. As a rule, we don't watch Disney/Pixar sequels in this house beyond Frozen and The Lion King. The Lion King 2 is fantastic. The Lion King 1.5,
Yeah.
also iconic.
Whoa, why do you not watch sequels? Listen, you're missing out on Mulan 2, which is an amazing film.
How are you able to say that with a straight face?
That's one of my favorites. Well, actually, it has one of my all-time favorite Disney songs in it, which is Lesson Number 1.
Okay, but Jiren J. Zhao, the author of Iron Widow, did a analysis of that movie from a historically accurate perspective, and it is.
I didn't say it was historically accurate. I just said it was very entertaining.
So bad. Dude, they literally don't keep anything from the original. The reason that the original worked so well was because it actually had heart. Then again, I do prefer Mulan 2 to the live-action remake because that movie was awful.
I haven't watched it because they got rid of Mushu and they got rid of.
Don't bother. Also, they filmed in front of Muslim concentration camps, so don't do that. And the main actress who played Mulan is apparently okay with police brutality. So it's like, well, good to know that I hated the movie. I hated the live action movie, but the animated movie. Yes. My comfort movie is the Captain America movies. I do love me some Captain America. Also, nobody warned me ahead of time that Sebastian Stan was going to be in Gossip Girl.
I forgot he was in Gossip Girl.
I started basically hyperventilating because I love Sebastian Stan so fucking much.
That man.
I think I even texted the group chat. I was like, I would let that man step on me.
Oh yeah, you did.
And Sebastian, if you ever see this in the future.
Oh, yes. Rescuers Down Under. Listen, you're missing out on some amazing sequels.
That's true.
That was better than the original.
1986 is one of my comfort movies, despite the extremely sad moment. I haven't seen
Comfort movies have to have sad moments, or they're not comfort movies.
My movies that I watch
so
constantly, especially whenever I am sick, I watch Blues Brothers all the time when I'm sick. And then I just go through my favorites of Tim Burton movies over and over again.
I know you haven't seen a lot of movies, but because you had a sad childhood, apparently. Because you haven't seen The Princess Bride.
Who are you talking to me?
No, Hope.
Hope, okay.
No one's talking to you, dear.
Shut up. Go play your game.
You have seen Iron Giant, right?
Did I just go?
Steph, have you seen it? I am dead. How have you lived your entire life not watching that movie? It is a masterpiece.
It's amazing.
Again,
It
I was
wasn't
very, very
until a
sheltered.
couple of years
Like,
ago.
I did not really watch movies until after college.
Fair enough, but that is a movie that you need to watch.
Yes.
Okay, you really want me to blow your minds? You ready for this?
Yes.
I have not watched or read Harry Potter. I have not seen any of the Star Wars movies. I've not watched any Star Trek. And I have not watched Lord of the Rings or read any of that.
Okay, not reading it, I understand because the books are intimidating as fuck. But
well, it's okay that you missed. Hold on. It's okay that you missed out on Harry Potter because J.K. Rowling is a cunt. And
you're not wrong.
Granted, that hurts my child.
Harry Potter.
You're a July baby?
July 31st.
July 20th.
Hey.
You should have known that your birthday was in July, Steph.
I just disappeared off of social media for a couple of days.
I can't believe that you don't know the Lord of the Rings. Star Trek, Star Wars, who gives a rat?
I'm giving you a pass on Star Trek because while it's popular, it's not really like everybody's thing. But Star Wars, seriously?
I was in the room while one was on, but it was a drinking game and I was texting a boy the whole time. it was just a lot of, yo, you're on dark side. You're supposed to be drinking. I'm like, okay, here.
It's bad enough that I've been sitting here educating my now husband on movies because he had never seen Princess Diaries or Mean Girls.
Hope hasn't seen Princess Diaries either.
So I finally introduced him to those, and I've been
If you have
slowly
seen the Princess
introducing him
Diaries
to.
movies, right?
Obsessed.
I
Okay.
also
I
introduced
just
him to
wanted to
Legally
make
Blonde.
sure because going your whole life without seeing Julie Andrews being the queen of Genovia, like
Julie Andrews is queen regardless.
Yeah, if you haven't seen at least one Julie Andrews movie in your life, you have no life.
Have you seen
I
Mary
was
Poppins?
introduced to her from Sound of Music, so.
I was introduced to her with Mary Poppins. My
Yeah.
grandmother loved that.
That's,
loves
I think,
that
the
movie.
only movie I've seen, to my knowledge, with her.
As long as you've seen the original Mary Poppins, I have not watched Mary Poppins Returns.
I loved Mary Poppins Returns.
I've heard
really
good things, but
good
I'm still like nervous about watching it because I'm like, I don't want them to destroy my childhood.
They actually do a really good job.
Okay.
And they follow the books perfectly.
Okay. Cool.
I read the first book. I haven't seen the movie.
What else? What other movies? Hope you have seen Mean Girls, right? But on Wednesdays we wear pink.
My heart.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm
Would
probably
you
going
come
to
visit?
I spent like 80% of my time talking about Regina, and the rest of my time hoping someone would bring her up so I could talk about her.
Okay, I'm about to shoot in the dark here. And
I have a Mean Girl sticker on my cup.
I feel
when
like
you come visit me, I need you to bring a list of every single somewhat popular. Actually, I'm going to start making the list because I know for a fact that you're going to forget.
I feel like I'm about to hurt my soul here by asking this question because this is one of my all-time favorite movies. Clueless.
I love Clueless.
Jesus.
Oh, okay, that's going on the list. Does anybody want to come to my house when Hope comes to visit so we can just... Steph, you're coming too. Everybody is coming to my house for the movies that you didn't watch.
In my defense, is like growing up, I was either watching movies that just came out or things that my parents like or my grandma liked.
You
still
haven't seen the Princess Bride either.
I will just state this. Clueless is the greatest Jane Austen retelling ever.
I didn't know that.
I didn't even know it was a retelling.
It's a retelling of Emma.
I never read Emma. Jane Austen is kind of an intimidating writer.
Emma is the only book that I have read by her, and I am a huge Mr. Knightley fan. And Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd does not age.
Paul Rudd.
That's what you get for being unproblematic. Like Paul Rudd, you don't age.
I
like
had
Ryan
some
Reynolds.
pictures of him like 2 weeks ago, and I was just
okay.
like, how do you still look this good?
Ryan
Legally
Reynolds.
Blonde.
I love Legally Blonde.
Sam.
Sorry.
Sam, you have no excuse because that movie was very popular during your life. So
Sterling makes fun of me because I really like the sequel.
Well,
but I really like the sequel because of Jennifer Coolidge in one line. The whole
well, emo did not do anything.
Makes you want a hot dog real bad.
It's on my mind because I've been watching Gossip Girl. But you have seen the Hilary Duff Cinderella story, right?
Yes, I have seen that. I have seen that. That was that was on
Chad Michael Murray. That man was the heartthrob of the early 2000s, and honestly, it still kind of is. Justice for Tristan and Gilmore Girls.
She's the man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Sam.
You Freaky Friday.
Yes.
There were just some movies.
Wait, are you talking about like the Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan, right?
Yes, I have that on DVD, and it's so worn and scratched because of how many times I've watched it.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Like, okay, so
fucking
when Allison was on the newsroom, all I could think of was the girl from the teenage.
Okay.
Other classic movies.
Because I just got through watching all 3 of them because work, I needed comfort. High School Musical.
Yeah,
I saw the first one.
I'm not that uncultured. That was my era.
Okay.
That was my era.
Cadet Kelly, also starring Hilary Duff.
Yes.
Yes.
There is
Cadet
nothing that
Kelly.
would convince me that Kelly was straight in that entire film. There was not a single straight person in that entire film.
If we're gonna go Disney rom-coms,
we have completely derailed.
Smart House.
Yes, I love Smart House.
I think I've seen part of it.
Luck of the Irish.
Yes, another one I loved.
I didn't see that one. That one's.
I don't think.
Okay. Do y'all remember the movie Ice Princess?
Yes.
Okay.
With what's her name? Who's in Buffy?
Michelle Trachtenberg or whatever her name is.
The chick who's in Buffy, and she's also in the one chick who's in Gossip Girl.
Yes.
Oh yes, I have seen that.
Georgina.
I've seen Ice Princess.
I don't know.
I had to look up the cover of it to see the people.
Johnny Depp is 183rd variant of Loki. I do accept that theory. The Bear Shifter and The Hobbit was one of my favorite characters in the book, and he's in a scene for 2 minutes in the Jackson trilogy. There are loads of other paranormals to make teams of too, like zombies or zombies. Peekaboo. Ghosties could turn it into a dead team. I would totally do a paranormal thought. God/demigods sounds unbearable. So that's it. 1 zombies, 2 ghosts, 3 demigods. What would you call this team?
Yeah, well, we already have the gods and demigod things on here.
High five to Clint on charmed comments. I agree wholeheartedly.
Listen, I have videos on my channel where I was critiquing each episode until I just couldn't watch the show anymore. I made 8 episodes in the first season. I couldn't. Yeah, they're supposed to do a Buffy reboot, and she's supposed to be a black lesbian.
I'm worried about the supposed Buffy reboot. I'd be cool with Zendaya in the titular role, but I can't see anybody else playing the rest of the story.
They're talking about her being black and lesbian.
I love Zendaya, but can they actually just get a black lesbian actress?
Well, they're also talking about for Willow, they want to replace Willow with a gay guy.
But
because Xander was actually supposed to be the one to go gay, not Willow.
See, wait, Willow goes gay? I'm gonna forget that you said that.
But Xander was the one that was supposed to have the queer storyline.
I want them to have at least one autistic character on the new Scooby team, because part of the reason I love Buffy so much is because as an autistic person, I relate to Willow so hard. Because I'm just saying, imagine.
Are you watching Angel?
Not really.
With your.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure, to me, Fred is somewhere on the spectrum. Because she would be on the spectrum somewhere.
Everybody. There is at least one character in every show that is on the spectrum.
But Fred is a lot like Willow. Just more with science instead of magic.
But the magic.
What season of Buffy are you on?
I'm on season 4.
Then you already know about the magic.
Oh, I know that there is magic.
That Willow is practicing magic.
No.
She's been doing that since season 2, 3.
I don't think that I know that.
I'm like, wait, you're in season 4. I'm not giving any spoilers away now. Listen.
It's entirely possible that I don't know what happened. But yeah.
Yes, Newt. Run, bitch, run.
Can skeletons be their own team, or are they technically zombies?
I kind of just put a list of zombies, skeletons, and ghosts as like just one line, and we'll figure out.
Can they just be dead team?
So
that'd be ghosts, zombies,
zombies and skeletons, I feel like,
reapers.
are two different things because zombie is, to
I'm
me,
gonna
implies
die.
that there is flesh still.
Well, we could do like the zombie, skeleton, ghost, like
Zombie,
the
like,
undead.
rotting corpse. Skeleton.
But if we do an undead team, then vampires have to be on that.
No, vampires.
can't
their
not-
own
Vampires can be their
team
own
because
I know,
I
but
said
so we can't call it undead because vampires are undead.
Well, we can.
Yes.
Stop splitting hairs!
Harry Dresden.
I will find somebody to replace you in this.
Oh my God, Dresden! Listen, I
would
could
be the
see
team leader
Dresden
for
now.
any readathon. Sabrina comics for group book. Valkyries would go in Afterlife. Skeletons undead. Oh, can we have death deities? Then we'd have Hela. They would go into the gods and goddesses team. Books with them, and it would count for gods and Afterlife and undead. Yeah. You're so behind. I know I'm behind on comments. Okay. Cinderella 3 is a surprisingly good sequel.
It is. Cinderella 2, though, is trash.
Okay, but can we just talk about where in
Cinderella.
Cinderella 3, the king goes, "You will not step another foot out of this castle," and so the prince just yeets himself out of a fucking window.
I know.
That would be me.
Perfection. But if we're
Just
going to
like-
talk about... Hold on. If we're
And
going to
it's the
talk about
look he gives
Cinderella,
before he does it. He like just looks at the window and then he's just out the window.
this is for hope.
Oh.
Have
Yes.
you seen the Rodgers and Hammerstein with Brandy as Cinderella? The live-action Cinderella where she's black.
No.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
Am I being canceled as your friend?
Yep.
Sorry.
No.
You're being demoted from Season-a-thon's little sister.
It's called We're Gonna Educate You.
Too many people don't check out Rescuers Down Under because it's a sequel to a movie that no one remembers.
I know, but Rescuers Down Under is so much better.
You want to talk about
Rescuers.
underrated Disney movies? Oliver and Company.
Yes, Bette Midler.
The songs for that movie, iconic. Also,
Georgette is my favorite Disney
since
character.
we're talking about songs, Bill Collins did not have to go as hard as he did for Tarzan and Brother Bear, but he went there.
Also, if we're going to talk about underrated Disney films, can we talk about The Great Mouse Detective?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Or Treasure Planet?
Treasure Planet! I love Treasure Planet! Hope you have seen Treasure Planet, correct?
I'll just leave. I'll just leave at this point. I am.
I mean,
Oh my gosh. And the thing is,
You have an excuse, Steph. You were raised in a
You were a
religious
sheltered
household.
Hope
very, very
you don't have an excuse. You've had access to the
You have
internet since you
you
were
have an
born.
excuse.
You've had access to the internet since you were born.
As someone who was
No,
raised in the
when I
South,
was, like,
you have an
6
excuse
years old.
with religion.
I actually need to get going, y'all. I'm meeting up with some other friends, but this was fun. Hope y'all have a great weekend. I agree. Anyways,
I should probably get going too. My boy, I need to go grocery shopping before my boyfriend gets here.
okay. Sounds like a
But
plan.
I will try to be back on for Kim's. He's probably not gonna get here till 10, so
Sounds good.
see y'all.
Nice meeting you.
Yes,
Yeah, so nice
we can see faces.
Yes.
Yes, all of the faces.
Have a lovely evening, friends.
You
You
do.
too.
We still.
What other underhyped Disney movies?
I'm gonna die.
Black
You.
Cauldron.
Yes. Also, that movie is absolutely horrifying for children.
It really is.
What
Like,
movie?
who decided that that was a
Black
good
Cauldron.
idea to show to children?
I don't know. I don't know which one was scarier for children, Black Cauldron or Sleeping Beauty. Because both of
Black
those gave me
Cauldron.
nightmares.
Why did I run towards this freaking hook?
I don't hear anybody talking about this movie anymore. A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Didn't really like it.
I'm a
Sword in the
beautiful
Stone.
butterfly. Sword in the Stone,
Oh.
yes.
Oh, underrated Disney movies. A Goofy movie.
Which is Sterling's all-time
I
favorite
love
movie
that.
because his favorite character of all time is Powerline.
Also, they did not have to go as hard for Powerline songs as they did, but they
The only reason why the dude who played Powerline was not in the sequel was because he was arrested for drug use.
Oh.
Okay.
And Disney wouldn't allow him to be in the sequel because the second movie was
Yet
actually
they
supposed to be
let Mitchell
all about.
Musso continue to work with them, even though he was convicted on drug charges. Was the person who played Powerline a person of color by chance?
Yes.
That explains a lot.
Yes. And he wasn't even the one with the drugs when he was arrested.
Of course not.
Yep.
Scrolling.
Oh.
Some of the live action remakes that I actually like are the Alice in Wonderland ones with Johnny Depp and them. Those ones, I hated the book. I hate Alice in Wonderland the book with a burning, fiery passion in my soul.
Every time I've tried to read it, I'm like, I'm not drunk or high enough to read this.
Even when I was drunk, I couldn't read it. I hate the book so much. I had to read it for my children's lit class, and I literally told my professor that I was like, I literally looked at her one day and I was like, I have to SparkNote this. I can't read this. And she was like, what's wrong with it? And I just listed everything that I felt was wrong with the book. And she was like, okay, you are very passionate about your dislike of it. I do.
Hey, Bear. Harry's like screaming in the bedroom.
Another underrated Disney movie, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Can we just talk about how ballsy Hellfire was?
Hello? If I can't fuck you, I'm gonna kill you.
Pretty much.
Is literally what that song means.
And yes, they do use the slur commonly used for Romani people, but like it makes sense that Frollo was the one to use it because that man is an awful person.
Wow, I'm looking at a list of underrated Disney films. Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
That's my dad's favorite. My dad loves Angela Lansbury.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks is like the Angela Lansbury Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Where she's a witch.
Iconic. I know it's not underrated, but like the Aristocats. I have a special connection to that movie because I was in the Aristocats.
That is such a good movie.
We've mentioned the
Atlantis.
Yes.
I've seen that movie once.
Emperor's New
Have you
Groove.
seen the sequel?
No.
Dude, the sequel's actually really good.
The Emperor's New Groove.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it.
Yzma.
The Saruman of the nations.
How is Winnie the Pooh an underrated Disney film?
It's
okay, but
not.
can we just talk about Christopher Robin? That movie made me sob like a baby.
I haven't seen that one
I
yet.
haven't seen it.
I've
who does not
purposely-
like the idea of growing up. Watching that movie made me so fucking sad.
The Three Musketeers was a Disney film? The original Three Musketeers? What?
Disney did a lot and does a lot.
The Kiefer Sutherland with Tim Curry version is a Disney film?
Okay.
I did not know that.
Holy
Okay.
cow, the comments jumped. Sword in the Stone. That is also a good one. Loved a Bug's Life. I think that would be a comfort movie for me. That's a good one. Utterly Hold the Black Cauldron. I quote it a lot. Along with Shrek. I quote Shrek as well. Very
Oh my
frequently.
god. I
What
know
is
this
Sam
isn't
doing? Sam is playing a video game.
Dead by
What
Daylight.
are you doing in my
swamp?
Love those. What book? I don't know what book we were talking about. Bedknobs is Someone High. Enchanted. Also an iconic movie.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for Disenchanted to come out.
Patrick Dempsey being like so confused, just like, how does everybody know this song?
Also,
Yes.
this is an underrated film, but The Secret of Kells.
The Secret of what?
Kells.
I haven't seen it.
I think I know that one.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's so adorable.
Brother Bear, also an underrated one. The sequel was actually not terrible.
I haven't seen the sequel. I've seen the first one.
I would judge you if you hadn't seen the first one because
I
again,
don't put it this way. I've
Bill
seen it, but I
Collins
don't
put his whole
remember much
colony
of it.
into that soundtrack.
Anastasia.
Yeah,
Love.
a lot of these movies I'm like I've seen them once or twice, like 10 years ago.
Anastasia. Yes. All day, every day. That kicked off my weird hyperfixation period about Rasputin. That was a weird time in my life. Oliver and Company, yes. Yes, it is. Tron. Tron was my younger brother's like
I
favorite
hate
for
Tron.
the longest time.
I
don't think
hate
I've seen
Tron. I could.
I don't know if it was a Disney movie, but I really didn't look forward to the little toaster.
Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster. Yes.
Oh my god, the Brave
Okay,
Little
since we're
Toaster is
talking
so sad. I love
underrated
that
Disney
movie.
Channel original movies. Avalon High.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't Look Under the Bed. That
I
movie
didn't watch
gave me
that one.
nightmares. That one's
That
about the
one
movie
was
man.
before my time.
Under Wraps.
Anastasia. Anastasia was not.
Well, yeah,
originally
but
a
I was
Disney
just
movie,
naming underrated films at that point.
But then, I mean, technically it is now because Disney bought the company.
Disney's talking about redoing the film and releasing it to make her a Disney princess.
What do they mean by redoing it? Do they mean like cleaning some stuff up, or do they mean like actually reanimating it?
Reanimating it and everything.
No.
And making it the new Disney style of Disney
Absolutely
princess.
not. No. I will not watch it if that happens. I will watch the original until the day I die. No.
I would at least give it a chance.
You are more forgiving than I am.
13th Year.
Yes.
Where he turns into the mermaid.
Yes. Yes, I was obsessed with that movie for the longest time.
Okay, I'm an idiot. Halloween Town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Debbie Reynolds is my queen. I have
Actually, I have a funny story related to that. So you know how I'm getting a service dog, right? I've been tossing around name ideas, and one of the name ideas that I've been tossing around was Marnie.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
See, I have Marnie's signature on my wall in the library.
Did she just like sign your wall?
No, I have a picture because I ordered something off her website and she was doing a deal for something, and I ordered a shirt from her Etsy shop, and you could get her signature discounted for 15.
Just imagine her coming to your house, signing your wall, and then piecing out.
Oh, I would die. I would cut that piece out of the wall when we moved.
Just your landlord would be like, why is there part of the wall missing? No reason.
Oh my god. Phantom of the Megaplex.
I have not seen that one.
That is a Phantom of the Opera retelling.
Have seen
Beauty and the Beast and Enchanted Christmas. Nobody knows what that is.
No.
I love that. Up and Away.
Yeah, I'm gonna
movie
go
with
ahead
the Black
and
family
end the
superheroes.
live because we're not really doing sprints and we're just kind of talking, so we can continue.
Yeah, we're kind of wasting your StreamYard hours.
So we're gonna go backstage. Thank you for joining us for the one sprint and letting us be chaotic. So everybody have a good time at